this is a great strat. I love this. They're pulling it all. No way.
Oh,
No
my
looks like
goodness.
way.
They did it all.
Yep. Oh my goodness, this is wild.
Freedom.
All right, there it is. Dropping the target dummies and running forward.
All 5 of them still alive.
It looks like our good friends at the Pagel Pro Shop are going into Nomer right now with a 3-man team. And we are live. Hello, everybody. Is the audio working? Chat, let us know. You know, we do things live. Sometimes things are good, but welcome to Hardcore All-Stars World Tour Circuit 3.
That trailer gets me every time.
Yeah,
Trailer is a banger.
I love farts.
I think we all love farts.
I do love farts.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually weird. I woke up today and I had an unnatural amount of farts in my life. So
Lucky guy.
Like more than just the one that you should have.
yeah, just normally just +1 to your normal day, you know?
Yeah.
I did adjust Willie up a little bit. Willie, can you you know what? We'll just do introductions.
Yeah.
My name's Winky. Hi, I stream here on Twitch. We do hardcore WoW all the time. If you don't know, now you know. I'm sitting here with my wonderful friends, Willie, Only Black Smoke, and Jordy. Let's do Willie. How are you doing today?
Hey, yeah, it's been we casted something a while back together. That was good. You know, hopefully this one's good too. Yeah, I'm doing well. Happy to hear, and yeah, cast some Hardcore All Stars. It's definitely something I've been following along, trying out, and should be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Jordy, you want to give us the lay of the land? How you been?
What's up? I'm Jordy. Willie, I'm just blown away by how red your beard is. It's so red.
It looks more red on the camera. I got a new.
Okay.
I got a cable for the camera today, and it's like, I don't know whether I like put the red up, but it's like extra red.
I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Jordy. I've been playing hardcore for like a year and a bit now. And I love it. I'm really honored to be here with my friends for the day. It's great.
Yeah, and Only Black Smoke, aka Only. How you doing today?
I'm good. Are we not letting Jordy's dog have an introduction?
Oh, sorry.
Right
This
now?
is
yeah.
Olive. Olive, say hi.
Very
Oh,
cute,
say
very
hi.
cute.
Here, she's
Aw.
here.
Yeah, we are dog lovers in this chat. If you don't like dogs, just don't say anything. Just-
She
You
might
can't
need
say
a
something
walk,
nice. Don't say anything at all.
like halfway through the stream, but we'll see. It'll be fine.
yeah, yeah. All right, Only now are you comfortable to do your intro? We've
Yes,
introduced
yes.
Olive.
It was an important prerequisite. But yeah, hi everybody. Only professional guest host with Winky. Always happy to be live with you, buddy. And yeah, I'm excited to be here. Circuit 3 halfway through. I know people have been talking about how we've been waiting so long for the circuit, 3 whole weeks in Circuit 2. And then I realized we only have 4 more weeks until all of this is done, until the finale happens. So we're kind of in like the 11th hour almost. But I'm really excited to be here today.
Yeah, one thing that you might notice is missing today from the previous Hardcore All-Stars events that we've held, especially for the World Tour, Sarth. Sarth is gone today. We're actually doing this on my channel instead of Sarth's channel because Sarth is out on vacation.
Forever.
And you know, when you're a full-time streamer, not streaming is vacation time, I guess. You know how that works. So yeah, I'm glad that we could still host and do what we need to do, and enjoy the hardcore community and the World Tour events. Big shout outs to Only, by the way. I don't know if people in the chat even know this, but the Hardcore All Stars is the brainchild of Only Black Smoke. This World Tour is something that. How long have you been working on it, Only?
Since May of last year.
Yeah, so it has been a constant effort. I don't think Only gets enough credit where credit is due when it comes to this crazy, ridiculous event with like way too many rules to make sure people get around it. And
I just wanted to find an excuse to finally make people pick up fishing on their hardcore runs. All right, nothing else would ever make people fish.
Not only did you find a reason to get people to go fishing, but you created an entire fishing meta for these teams, which is actually, in my opinion, negative. I don't like it. I don't know how chat feels about it. I know it's been pretty exciting. Like all these different streamers are doing box opening streams where they're like, I was watching Nom Nom. He fished up like 50 boxes the other day, and he was just letting chat like pick the number in his bag slots, and it would just end up being like a gambling stream.
Yeah.
I think the fish have a wanted poster of Only's face in their little homes now.
Yeah, what's that?
Because he is their number one enemy.
Yeah, I'm no longer allowed to take any swimming shortcut that involves going past one of those sharks.
Yeah, you might be kill on sight for them.
It's
Yeah.
true.
So the event where the race starts at 9 a.m. if you're Pacific, or 12 noon Eastern, or if you live where Willie lives, I don't know what time it starts.
It is 5 p.m.
That's a great time. I'm not gonna lie.
So yeah, it's a good time for if you're an EU viewer. This is great.
Yeah. It's it's the worst part of living on the west coast of America is that all of our good times are EU's asleep.
Yeah, it's
Like-
a 7-hour difference, right? So it's
Yeah.
it's a bit tricky. Yeah.
The benefits though are everything else. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, the west coast is the best coast.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Willie turned up almost to 200%. So I think maybe I'll
Wait, let
insta.
me, No, I can't turn myself up anymore. Hang on.
You're good. What are we gonna see today? Only, do you want to give the chat the rundown of the events for the day and the dungeons that we're gonna be running?
Yeah,
any of the good?
Yeah, first of all, hopefully we're not going to see any deaths.
That's a lie. We're
but,
going to see
you
lots
know,
of deaths.
knowing this competition, we're probably going to see some deaths first and foremost. Jordy, I don't know if you're crossing your fingers to say hoping
never
you're
tell.
not coming.
I'll
Or,
never
okay,
tell.
okay. Keep your secrets. But yeah, so we're going to see 4 dungeons today. These teams are coming in at level 43 and a half. With however much rested they want. But they're going to be going into the last 2 wings of Scarlet Monastery, Armory, and Cathedral. They're going to go into RFD and then Uldaman as well. They can be doing these dungeons in any order they want. They will be scored on how fast they clear each individual dungeons, and then gain some extra points based on how fast they can get through the entirety of today's content as well.
Yeah, it's going to be sick. We have I was seeing in the chat how many teams can still fill a 5-man. It's whittling down. We started the Hardcore All Stars World Tour with 44 teams. Was that what it was? I think we're down to just about 10 or 11.
I think it's like 15 or so.
15. Well, 15, but 10. Like there are teams that are going to be 3-manning today. There's teams that are going to be 4-manning today. If you guys do !HCAS in the chat, by the way, you can see. I'll try and bring up the board periodically throughout the day, but we can go over the leaderboard as well on the main cast.
the final day, if you make it there with 5 players, you might have a good shot at this thing.
Yeah, honestly,
That's just so interesting.
We've discussed like there is definitely a possibility of there's just like 2 teams for the final, right?
Oh man,
Because
I mean,
people are dying.
All we need is 2 teams. That makes it a race.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can check the website at hardcoreallstars.com. You can check the leaderboard. Currently, See You Next Circus. They are that team is comprised of Ompy, Calamity, Ellen, Degen. Is it Kexex on that team as well? Right?
Kexek, Parla, and Peterson.
Parla and Peterson, yeah, and they're in first place. Second place we have Vidir Enjoyers, which is my favorite team by a long shot. If you guys haven't seen the way that Vidir Enjoyers is doing their previous runs in these circuits, it is incredible. They don't have a tank, and they do 100% of their pulls with target dummies and hunter pet. So they send the pet in, they pull everything in the dungeon, they drop target dummies, and they explode it, and then they move on.
And don't forget the sappers down to like 2% health.
Yeah.
That's been happening quite a lot.
Vidir Enjoyers is by far my favorite team to watch play the game in general. They are amazing. They have a tank. It's a prop paladin. Jordy,
What?
are prop paladins tanks in Classic WoW?
Opinions.
No.
No.
If you're getting hit, does that make you a tank?
I guess, yeah, true. It might.
So they've got 5 tanks.
It's one of those things where it's like,
Yeah, they're all
can they
tanks.
tank? Yes. Are they tanks? No.
The thing with
I
the
think-
paladin is that you just don't have a taunt button.
Yeah, I mean, the only
Yeah.
problem is the taunt, the mana, the itemization, the talents. It's, apart from that, they're pretty good.
Are you a prop paladin if you go?
Apart from everything.
Or from everything that
There
makes
you
their
go.
class.
It's one or two. Okay, there's one or two issues, but yeah.
Is a prop paladin even a prop paladin if they had to go down the holy tree to get to consecration?
Oh yeah, it's true. They don't even get it baseline, do they? Oh my.
No.
I
Like,
did a
how did Blizzard design them thinking it was going to work?
I don't know if they. I don't know.
Genuinely.
I did
You
a
d-
5-man with a prop pally off tank yesterday, and it was awesome. Like, it was super fun. But you need the taunt, right? Like, if there's a knockback, then something is on somebody else, and you're fucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you, I played one of my alts in Classic was indeed a prop paladin, and I successfully tanked Onyxia with that prop paladin.
Cool.
Hey, that's good going.
Yeah, Greater Blessing of King spam for that threat. It was not cheap. It was not cheap to play that character. I was burning through seals nonstop.
Helps
I,
too if
um,
the target's undead, but yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say my ult in Classic was a Paladin, and Strat Undead was great. Like it's you're really good in that. Exorcism's a taunt if you have Righteous Defense up, more or less.
Yeah.
Anything else, so like die 'em all, I'd be like, I'm kind of busy,
Okay, if we're playing a paladin, is it even a paladin if it's not a dwarf?
Hey, mine was a male dwarf.
Yeah,
So
there you go. It's on brand for you, Willie. You look. I was seeing someone in chat said your beard is Ironforge approved.
I
there you
approve
go.
of that.
Yeah, which is
But, yeah.
So going down the list here, we have no CC in third place currently, and the discrepancy between third and first is actually pretty minimal. If you look at the points over here, we got 452, 440, 434. The way the points work is similar to other circuited esport or even IRL, sporting events, right? The better you do, the more points you get across all of the circuits. So let's say CNX Circus has a really bad day today, no CC or super lethal outstanding warriors, aka slow. So let's say they have a wonderful day today. These positions will slide up and down pretty easily. There's 2 circuits left after this circuit, right? There's circuit 4 and then the finale. And the potential upset, if anyone dies, is going to be massive because you never know, right? You could be down here on like and subscribe, 9th place, and then Vidir Enjoyers might just die today and then not be able to make it to the next circuit. So we had between circuit 2 and circuit 3, which is today, we had the longest gap in time. All the players had 3 weeks to gain, 10 levels. So that's not incredibly difficult to do. Moving on from here, though, I believe Circuit 4 is 2 weeks from today. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Only I'm not.
No, that's correct. That's correct.
And then 2 weeks after that is the finale. So it's going to be.
And Circuit 4 is at 51, I want to say, and then Circuit 5 is at 59.
Yeah, so we will be seeing all the teams that are still alive and surviving walking into Lower Blackrock Spire, BRD, Dire Mall East, all of which they'll probably hit 60 in the first dungeon, and then and Strat UD. Yeah, dude, the finale is going to be one heck of a show, and that'll be back over on Sar's channel hopefully. But yep, you can check the leaderboard on the website. Here's the teams that have not made it. They are no longer in the running. They've either died or they lost the war of attrition. Shout outs to Mischievous Rural Squirrels, and also There Was No Shark. That was No Hit Jerome's team. He sadly died, and they never went again.
I do technically, I want to say, technically, they are allowed to just show up one of these days and play if they want to pump out some characters and make it.
Wouldn't that be funny if
Maybe
they
they're
showed up for the
leveling
finale? Yeah, they're all leveling right now
Reborn.
just to get to 59 for the finale.
Absolutely.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did want to make one comment, Winky, on how much things could shake up even today. Our first and third place teams, CNX Circus and OCC, both had their sixth players die too late in these 3 weeks for them to level up all the way back up. So they're going in with 5 people, no sub. They've had to change their strategies, change their plans for comps. And when you're dealing with losing an important sixth person, that ability to switch classes between dungeons, some of these teams who have been really trying to find their way up toward those upper ranks in the bracket could find their opportunity today.
Yeah, so I can take this time. This is a good moment, I think, to just go over in general. If you're new here, maybe if you've never seen what's going on with the World Tour, just a general broad overview of what the Hardcore All-Stars is, what the World Tour is, just to get the day started off. We're all on the same foot, right? So Hardcore All-Stars is a collaboration of a bunch of hardcore players, hardcore streamers, or anything in between doing events. So there's the World Tour, which is today. This is one of the many events Hardcore All-Stars does. We've done PvP events. There's a mock Garra where you level characters and you fight to the death. There's dungeon drafts. So you've got like Wailing Caverns, Dead Mines, RFC, where you have 8 hours till anyone can enter. They level up for 8 hours. At the end of that, they draft teams and they speedrun through the dungeon, and the first team to make it to the end wins. And today is the World Tour, which is the overarching large circuited format event. So we've split people up into circuits. They created teams. They all started at level 1. They're leveling as hardcore characters, of course. Death equals delete, solo self-found. And they are twinking themselves out at specific level brackets, in which then we meet up on game day. Everybody runs through the dungeons. It's a speedrunning tournament. And then if they survive that speedrunning tournament, they get points for the dungeons they completed. And then they level to the next maximum bracket. And then they wait until the next tournament day, which is why we've been seeing a lot of preparation. Like the last circuit, we saw all these warriors going for Whirlwind Axe 10 levels below the quote unquote safe point to actually get Whirlwind Axe. This is how the fishing meta was born. People are sitting there max level for their bracket, and they're fishing for 200 hours to try and get best in slot rolls on bind on equip greens. It's been a really, really interesting time. I don't know if I could do it, to be honest. I'm super glad that I'm on the casting end of things, because the amount of effort and time that you're putting into this is, I don't even know if I can do it. Like, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's not the highest count in days played so far, but I just saw today on Ompi's pre-game stream, he's already up to 10 days played on his 43 mage.
And he hasn't died. I mean, we've seen
It's a lot of fish.
How many times has Graves for Days died?
7.
I think
So many times,
I think
dude.
1 or 2 of them were because he just forgot to install add-ons like the hardcore add-on, which you need to verify that you haven't died. But still, having to start over even at level
Also
10
lucky.
that many times has got to be draining.
it's been very interesting. We actually have a recent death clip from him that I could pull up whenever we're ready to watch that, because this was what, 2 days ago. He was level 41 and he was getting ready to make it for today's event. And it's just But if you die, it's crazy because you not only feel that like that pain of the hardcore character dying, but you're also like really letting your team down. So it hurts even worse, right? Because it's very important to get to the max level required for the dungeon runs and then start twinking your character out. And then if you die, you got to start over. The hardcore all-stars rules, they say that you're not allowed to change class, right? You can make a new character, but you cannot change your class. You can't change your professions. So he was, I think this is his second death level 30 plus, and it's like you have to do all your professions. Like there's Dustbone was saying it took Dustbone when he died, he got back to level, and then it still took him another 10 hours of doing alchemy to get his professions caught up.
The team aspect of hardcore, which not everyone is necessarily going to touch when they're playing this normally, is such a interesting part of the whole process, because you put yourself in other people's hands and vice versa, and then as a team, like you have to trust your fellow player. You have to trust that they're doing what they're doing. You're not playing tired, you're not playing hungry, all these things. It's like you're like an athlete, and it's such an interesting change of pace from just like grinding MMOs. You know what I mean? You can't play the normal way.
Yeah.
And it's really fun to see how people either rise to the challenge or stumble, and it's a very interesting way to play the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
Here, go ahead, Willie. I'm sorry. My bad.
You probably don't even feel bad about fishing. Sure, like if I'm fishing, at least I can't die or anything.
Oh, we've
probably
seen
happy.
people
You
die.
might be surprised.
We've seen. So they're fishing, but the thing is, they're fishing in areas that are outside their level range in order to get to the good crate boxes that they need to roll the items that are upgrades for them. So we were seeing like level 22s fishing in Teneris next to the pirates. And
right. Okay, maybe that isn't so safe then.
I think Keksek actually died a few times while fishing. And
fishing apparently then is very dangerous. I take it back. Stick to something safe. Go and, I don't know, pick flowers.
There we
yeah,
go.
Maybe
yeah,
that's dangerous
pick
too.
flowers.
Except, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been keeping up, Willie, at all with Ompi's journey here, but while he was level 32, he was darting around as a mage in Burning Steps trying to get Fire Bloom for Oil of Immolation.
Okay, yeah.
So
Apparently
he
nothing's
is
safe then.
he is repeatedly trying to land like Frost Novas on a level 50 or on like a level 48 to 52, magma elemental or something.
Yeah.
Just
And on a
repeatedly
mage
getting
as well.
resists just to get one Fire Bloom node.
Okay then. Well.
Those Oil of
Hardcore professions
Immolations,
as well, I guess.
they're so good. I mean, we use them in Old War. Like they're great. They're
Mhm.
free. They not off the GCD. It's totally worth.
Yeah, right now we've pulled up
50 DPS per target is insane.
We've pulled up. I'm flipping through some streams just to see who's doing what right now. Looks like Ompi's doing pre-game strats with his team in Discord, so he's got his muted audio on stream running around on the mage. Here we can see Cargo's getting some last-minute blood shards for today. This is one of the benefits of playing Horde in these dungeon runs. You get blood shard buffs for just about every dungeon circuit that you're going to be doing. So I'm not sure how much benefit blood shards are going to be, considering that this is the first circuit people are going to have mounts for the open world movement portion.
I mean, that move speed is really nice, and as Horde, you have access to the flight path, so you can go from wherever to turn it in, and then have the move speed for RFD, and you could just zoom through RFD super fast if you're.
I still think it's like 10 stats for 30 minutes, isn't it? Or 10 agility or whatever for 30 minutes, right?
Well, 30% move speed is like a lot. I think.
Well,
Yeah, but
I think
it only lasts
that one's
5
only
minutes,
five
right?
minutes.
5 minutes. That's
Yeah,
fine.
the move speed one's only a 5-minute buff, so it's beneficial, but it's not. I mean, I guess Jordy, you are the speed running expert.
30% is an incredibly high amount of moves. Like people used it in Nax speedruns back in the day. Like you would pre-summon an entire raid, everybody would get the move speed buff, accept the summon, and then run into Nax. And like and in this scenario, they have to take the flight path anyways to Camp Tarajo to go to RFD, right? So you're right there. You just right click the thing and boom.
So this is actually an interesting question because I know we normally have Sarth on the call, who's like a very good representative of the speedrunning community in Classic WoW, right? But we also have Jordy, which is like a B tier representative of the of the speedrunning.
Not wrong.
Straight under the bus.
No,
Wow.
no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just please still take me through GDKPs with you. I would I would appreciate it. But as someone who has partaken in the overarching speedrunning community of endgame World of Warcraft, Jordy, and then you also play hardcore, right? You've kept you've kept up to speed with the hardcore All-Stars events. Are there similarities that you see between these two, or is it just completely two different ball games, right? We have trash requirements, right? We have
It's totally similar. I think that the one thing that I've really enjoyed in the reason I like speedrunning is that the way that you normally do an instance, a little bit less so nowadays, but in vanilla especially, the way that you normally do an instance is totally different than the way that you speedrun an instance because you're pulling trash into bosses, you're doing triple, quadruple pulls, you're pushing your character to the absolute limit, and that's exactly what they're doing here to the nth degree. And it's really fun to see like what you can get away with. I mean, stuff like in Vanilla Next, like getting the Thaddeus buff into and taking it into Saffron so that you can kill her in 30 seconds was like so cool, and just stuff like that you can push this game to. And it's incredible how much the game flexes like to a different place when you are pushing it at these levels, and how deep it can actually be. We're such nerds, and you would have never thought back in the day that it's possible to do this, and I just love it.
yeah. Do you have any base that like apply like evenly applied? It applies everywhere, right? Like what are the core concepts of going fast in a dungeon? Whether it's a raid or a dungeon, is it like, you were just saying move speed's huge, right? Which is understandable. It makes sense. But I think the difference between someone like me who casually runs dungeons and someone like you who tries to push the limits is, yeah, it's a 5 minute 30% move speed buff, but you'll do a lot more with that 5 minutes than I could, right?
Yeah, well, you have to think like, and a lot of time you'll do this. You'll have a cleared instance, and then you'll apply a move speed buff, and then you'll run through the instance, and you'll time the difference between a normal run and what the move speed gave you, and like that's just time you save for next to nothing. And so there's move speed, there's stamina, because dying is the absolute worst time loss, especially in vanilla when there's world buffs and stuff. There is a lot of different ways that you can add time, like cleaving. You almost always want to be cleaving something. You want to do as little CC as possible because you want everything to be dying at the same time. You know what I mean? Cleave is always more damage than single target. In vanilla, you can drink walk. That's a huge thing that you can't really do in Wrath these days. And so speed running is a lot more interesting in vanilla, I think, because of that. Um, I don't know what else is. I think that probably covers a lot of it.
So go fast, press buttons on multiple enemies. Seems to be the gist.
And prioritize not dying. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, in hardcore, that's the absolute most critical thing. But in speedrunning, that also is really important.
And don't forget, Jordy, if we get real servers one of these days, season 2 could just be speed running all of our favorite raids in Classic WoW. Only if you die,
Absolutely.
you're not just losing your world buffs.
Yeah.
A lot more than that.
It's so great. Hardcore, when you get a world buff, you're like, okay, well, I don't have to risk losing this because I have much bigger problems if I lose this buff than the buff gone. So it's so nice to know that you're going to get full value out of it.
Yeah, I was gonna ask Willie, have you ever dabbled your foot in the speedrunning door, or is it are you more of the play it safe and just be a boomer like me?
No, the thing I've got, as far as some kind of competitive way to go through raids, we did literally the opposite of speed runs. We tried to do execution runs during TBC.
Execution's a
so
good metric.
getting, like I think we got a world second or a world first in tier 5 or tier 6 where we had about 1 death in the raid.
Oh wow,
But
okay.
yeah, getting 0 deaths is legitimately really difficult. It would be in Nax as well. I think we went for execution runs during Nax in vanilla, and yeah, we had like 1 or 2 deaths, and that was near world first.
Yeah, it's actually
But as far as
insane.
speedrunning goes, we try and go fast in the raid, obviously, and see how much we can push stuff, dropping healers, just the usual kind of things you do when you're speedrunning. But it's more like just playing cleanly rather than doing ridiculous stuff and pushing the limits.
Yeah, I think those have been the sentiments of the guilds that I've played with the majority of my time spent in Classic is more so along the lines of, hey, let's just do better next week, and by doing better, we'll go faster than we did the week prior, right? Just becoming more prepared and executing in a better way.
Yeah, I mean, last reset we're trying to drop down. I think it was 4 healers for pretty much every fight, apart from a few fights, which Hodir and so on. You don't really need that many healers anyway. But yeah, it's just trying to do better than last week, I guess. Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm a big fan. Speaking though of execution in hardcore rating, we had some interesting. This is for a general update for the hardcore community. There goes your camera, by the way, Willie. I think the batteries may have died. But
that was fast. All right, be right back.
No, yeah, you're okay. You're okay. So the execution portion of these hardcore raids is a really big factor. Hardcore Elite from NA and Mortal Elite from EU both attempted full clear BWL, which would have been, it was the first time NA's done it, and it would be the first time EU cleared it, but just in the last 7 days, and it was terrifying to watch. It's one of those things where it's just like these runs, and including today's speedrunning dungeons, right? You're going to see teams go into Uldaman. When it's cleared, and it's cleared fast, and it's cleared clean, it's easy to look at it and just be like, well, that looks easy. They made it really easy. Make it harder next time, guys, right? But sometimes you get a little bit of a sobering moment of the quote unquote it's easy until it's not, or it's easy until you do it, right? Is another way to look at it, where you just die. And we saw a similar situation. We NA went in and cleared BWL, and there was a lot of people saying like, oh, easy money, go AQ next, right? And then EU goes in and they lose 5 people on Fire Mom, and they had to call the raid because they lost the hunters and they lost all their trank shots. They couldn't even do Chromag if they wanted to. It's terrifying. Hardcore raiding is insane. All it takes is 1 pixel of positioning wrong, and your whole raid's done. Which is something we might end up seeing one day if Blizzard ends up bringing out these hardcore servers. It would be insanity to watch these things. And the same goes for today. We're going to see people. I've heard through the rumor mill that we will be seeing teams single pull Scarlet Monastery Cathedral today.
I can't wait. Oh my gosh.
Which is, if the mobs catch you, you die. Like if you get hit once, you're getting hit by like 35 mobs. Maybe even more than that. Which is absolutely insane. But I'm going to switch over. Since we lost the Willy cam, we can do this. Yeah, there we go. We can switch over. We could watch some preparation. Let's see. Is Chippo live? Oh, we got Chippo. This is the Vidir enjoyers, guys.
Going through their lovely autobiographer add-on, getting all verified, showing all the zones they've been in, if they've ever been grouped in the zones.
Yes,
all the
was that what you were going to ask, Jordy?
Ever gotten?
Yeah, what is it?
So
go ahead. Only you can explain it.
Autobiographer is basically the budget statistics for WoW in the form of an add-on. But yeah, we've actually had the developer of this add-on join the HCAS Discord, having seen the number of downloads absolutely blow up. So they've been even running pushing new updates specifically for our community. Like you can see on this tab, Chippewa has been looking at that vendor thing is completely new, so we can see what items people have actually gotten from a vendor or elsewhere. Kind of making sure that that other tab is specifically for quest items, trading and mail.
And you
Um,
can like invite people in, so you have like a group biographer, or how does that?
No, so it's per player. So it's basically your player statistics, but it counts everything from items you've acquired to jumps made, every single
Jumps.
every single
Oh my
spell
God.
cast, including fish. So you can count how many times you've clicked your fishing button. All it tracks all experience gains from every source. um your time spent AFK, in dungeons, in groups, in what zones, how many times you've killed a boss or a mob, when the first time you killed a mob was, or when the first time you got a unique item was.
That is no joke.
It's an insane number of statistics. Obviously we only need a certain number of statistical data points if we need to go back and verify, if we saw that Unchained was using, I don't know, some epic weapon, a Staff of Jordan, let's say, I'd be interested in figuring out through this add-on, as well as through some other data like video or something, where exactly that came
Sure.
from.
Yeah, and the purpose of the teams required to use this add-on and a few other add-ons, and also recording a few parts of their runs, is so that we can 100% verify that none of the teams today are cheating. None of these teams are, dying randomly and just saying they never did. Things like that, things of that nature. We have many ways to figure out what's been going on. Looks like we got the Willy cab back, which is great.
Oh,
by the
Yeah,
way.
look at the nerf to the beard. It's like 50% less red, man.
Yeah, we
I-
got.
That's great.
I don't know what the other camera does, but it's great. I
a
just
new
need a proper
angle.
I need a proper cable for it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though. Me and Jordy have decent backgrounds. Only just moved, so Only's working on the stream room at this point. But I think the chat was saying earlier, Willie, that your wallpaper is actually taking the cake for the best looking background of all time.
That
It
a nice
is.
wallpaper.
It's. I don't know. It's probably been there since like the war or something. I don't know how old that is. I actually did have a green screen, which I was trying to get work, but this room is like impossible to fit a green screen in. There's a
Yeah,
light.
But the
window there,
lighting,
so
the
it's
lighting
like
is terrible for
nightmare.
green screens.
Yeah, it's really bad. I'll fix it eventually, but until then, you get the wonderful view here.
Yeah, absolutely. We also have some clips from the teams. I don't have too many. If your team is playing and you're listening to the broadcast and you had something you wanted us to highlight, you can let us know. But for instance, I've got here a nice little Graze for Days death clip to watch. Is level 41.
Oh, tragic.
I mean, I wish I could say this, or I didn't. I wish I didn't. I couldn't say this, but I'm getting used to watching Graze for Days death clips.
Yeah, that's so.
There we go. I've acquired a plant for the background.
Oh, perfect! Thank you for the great plant, Only. We're watching Graze for Days. Let's see what
this
happens
is
here.
tragic. They care about most.
Only
it's
Black
now?
Smoke is in the call with him, by the way.
Yeah, let's all ignore that fact and just recognize
What
that
were
I
they saying?
obviously
you
didn't
can
kill
tell
Grace.
me. How much shit were they talking?
I mean, it was more just like, yeah, it sucks you died and you've got limited time, but if you're going to prioritize something,
Look at the
it's
not just the
smile.
one mob,
on
is
an
it?
entire
Like,
chest
surely
of
not.
effect.
It's just the one mob.
I'm like waiting for a rogue to appear.
Three
Okay,
less
resist
kills
war
than
stomp,
chest piece.
and oh wow.
Oh my god.
Just
What
the
did he
change-
get
the
crit
change-
for?
So he
I
got
was
executed.
ready for a rogue to appear or something.
Executed.
Yeah, so these Wastewander assassins are one of the 28 mobs in the game that can execute you.
And it's orange.
Mhm.
Yeah. And the War Stomp gets resisted, so he can't get the heal off, and the execute comes out.
Yeah, this is like the Graze for Days special. War stomping when he hits 10% health. Going into
358.
the regrowth.
I mean, it missed him twice in there too, so it was like,
Yeah.
Was he questing here? What was he doing killing these?
he just
He was on RXP RXP tells you to go here and do one quest.
Oh, to get the pouches.
At that level?
No, the arrow is pointing 1,000
says-
yards to the left, which is the lower level assassins to kill.
Oh, was he just killing the wrong mob?
Yeah, this arrow is pointing to go
Yeah.
this way.
Oh, yeah.
Because you
yeah.
go to the one on the
looking
north of
looking
this
the
road.
tooltip-
Because those are
looking at the
orange,
tooltip,
that's
that was
right.
only for the pouch and
that's
not
the-
even a needed quest mob.
Yeah, you
Yikes.
kill bandits and thieves. You don't kill
think-
assassins. Great.
I think you were too entertaining. He got distracted.
That's
in-
true.
on
Well,
the- in the call.
I felt so bad for him because he kept getting kicked out of his own team's Discord because they were talking about dungeon strats and he was live. So I was like, I'll go hang out with Grays. Less than 2 minutes later, he's dead. I felt so bad.
Job done.
Yeah,
But he had been
so-
he'd been left alone for like 3 hours. I was just like, God, Grace, like.
So
I'm
this,
hanging out
this
all
is
my-
kind of what I
all
was
my
saying
phones
though,
are-
right? This is what I was saying is like Grays is the druid on no CC. They're in the 3rd place, right? So they had to call in their backup player Lesamos, the mage. So they're going to be swapping mage for druid on their runs today. But this is how easy it is for these top teams, you guys, to get knocked out of the tournament or down a few pegs in general if just one too many problems arise, right? You can find yourself falling down this leaderboard pretty quick. I would
don't know
love,
if you
by the
wanna-
way, in season 2, I would absolutely love to see deaths along the while you're leveling affect your points somehow.
Sure, we can make that work.
Yeah, I think that's a great
Make that
idea.
happen.
Yeah, I would love to see people that are doing the whirlwind axe, right? Really risking it to get, because if you lose points, if you die in the interim between the dungeon runs, that would be awesome.
We can totally
Because
make
it
that
does
happen.
it does feel like the team that sweats the hardest would be naturally best positioned, because if you fuck up you just re-level, right? And so
Yeah.
if there's a point lost, then it's like, okay, I have to play smart and hard, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Or what if you could accrue points for doing elite quests solo as well? So every elite quest that your team completes gets you 1 point for your team. Every death subtracts 10 points from your team. There's a little bit of risk reward going on between the dungeon runs. That'd be kind of fun.
Well, so
Think
so
about
that's
it like
something.
that with
Oh, y-
MDI. When you die in MDI, what do you get? You get minus
True.
time, don't you?
That's
True.
true. That's true. We do time or a point deduction for if you die in a dungeon, but nothing outside of dungeons. But that does remind me one thing that of course I'm dreaming big and way too far out into the future through all of this. I was just shocked that we had even 4 teams sign up for the world tour. But one idea that you kind of, Winky, have inspired me to think about for the future of HCS is just doing even an individual ladder, kind of like the whole Diablo 2 ladder.
Oh, that would be
for
amazing.
hardcore, where you can just get points, track through an add-on, track through a website, whatever, of just anything and everything you do, whether it's a particularly fast leveling pace, being able to do elite quests, like you said, clearing dungeons, whatever you want. Just getting high gold on your own.
It would just
could
be the
accrue-
Zorant add-on.
So
Just
this-
that one here.
There we go.
This is something we've been seeing quite a bit. This is it's these teams are just farming chests, right? To get cloth at a higher level than mobs that they can kill, things like that, right? And this is, I believe this is Angry Noob. I can't remember which team they're on. It's
Yeah, I don't
wild.
remember.
But it's interesting. They're just farming chests, right? You got to farm chests nonstop, and all of these teams are doing this. There was a team that got really far ahead. I think it was a Vidir Enjoyers actually in Circuit 2, because they found a safe chest in Desolus that they could get to with no mobs, and they could consistently farm. What was it, Mage Weave, out of the one chest spawn. And they used it to make sappers, and they had a ton of sappers.
I think it was 2 chest spawns. They were in the Kolkar villages, like
Yes.
those 2 centaur camps where you have to choose one side and just kill the other mercilessly. But yeah, they would just go back and forth between these 2 camps, getting a single chest spawn.
Yeah,
And
because
so-
they're level 30. Oh, here we go. There's Verothin's ghost. gotta
Outside
fo-
of the dungeon, it's all there's a Widowmaker. That's all it's all solo, right? Like you can't like
Mhm.
The
Party up.
Widowmaker.
to get a chest, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't party up, but
All right,
everything's solo
gotcha.
self-found in between the dungeons. Boom! Short sword of vengeance.
What?
Angry
Oh
noobs, full stack in
my
the tune. Look at this guy.
Look at that angry little gnome.
Yeah, backdrops or Biss.
Seriously.
There's your team. Backdrops or Biss.
Oh my god. I mean, this is kind of the opposite story that
Boom!
we're seeing with what is going on
Executioner's
here?
Cleaver.
That's the same chest as last time. Oh my
He's
god.
stacked, dude. Absolutely
My God.
stacked out of chest farming in a higher level. And a Shara at level 43.
Oh no.
Look at this.
Jesus.
That is actually such a good roll. Wow.
Oh yeah. Yeah. These are the things that these teams. So we'll be watching backdrops or Biss today, you guys. We'll be checking in on this Executioner's Cleaver, see how it helps them out on their team.
Yeah,
I'm being
because on one
told-
side you've got Grays dying, on the other you've got these axes and other blues going out onto these teams who are really looking to make their come up.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm being told in chat that there's rumors that Ompy's team is going to be one pulling not only Cath SM Cath, but they're gonna one pull RFD.
I'm excited.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, we are going to be getting in the teams will start speedrunning in 13 minutes now. So as soon as that clock ticks over to 9 a.m. for us on the West Coast, it's server, I think it's 12 server. They will be going back to the ladders. You can make it class specific and have solo honorable mentions for the end circuit leaders for each class. That would be sick, Rob. I love the idea of a hardcore ladder. I'm not going to lie. As a Diablo player, give me a real server, give me an XP bar after level 60, and let me kill enemies and gain XP just off pure killing in dungeons and open world. And then just give me a website that has who has done the most XP gain post level 60 on a one life character, and let that ladder just exist. I don't care if people are cheesing it. I don't care if people are grouping up with mages that are one pulling dungeons. I don't care. I think it would be sick
the top
to
is
just look.
100% mages.
Yeah, well, you just split it by class,
Wall
just
of-
like
wall
Diablo.
of blue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it also gives people a reason to continue playing their characters at level 60 while they might be scared to do so. Right? It would be really cool.
Let's do hardcore servers first, and then we'll do hardcore ladder servers in like a year.
Yeah,
And-
yeah.
And then we'll be playing hardcore in our retirement homes at
Yeah.
some point.
Ladders
Oh yeah.
ladders just make fresh more fun, because it's like, oh, this fresh, I'm gonna try and be on the top of the ladder in the first month, and that's all I care about. And that's what everyone does on Diablo anyway, which is amazing. Also, we have a clip here. I haven't seen this clip yet. Only Black Smoke sent this over to me.
Well, to be clear, Jordy, with being the Speedy Gonzalez of clip finding. That he
Oh
is,
yeah,
sent
true.
over.
Yeah, Only brought it up, and then Jordy was just like, "Let me go into my little black book of
I was
Twitch
marveling at
clips
it, and I was like, "That's a fucking great clip."
So this is Ellie B on the team. What's her team name? Something Snake.
Danger Noodles.
Danger Noodles.
Which
Ellie B
is
from
the
Danger
term
Noodles.
horrific. But yeah, her comms are fantastic. If you
Yeah,
haven't seen them
so
before.
let's observe. So I'm assuming she's crafting her green lens, which has the chance of rolling a random affix on it of, like, of the eagle, of the bear, things like that. It's quite expensive to make. 3 jade is pretty hard to find in a hardcore one life run. What are you going for as a mage with this lens?
So she's been a frost
She's
mage
in chat. There
entire
you
Yeah, hi,
time.
Ellie.
Yeah. There's only one thing.
So
Mhm.
you want
Gotta be
Stam in?
Frost.
Or
Should do
of
like
Frost.
a
She's looking
ritual.
for frost.
We should do some blizzards.
Oh,
we should be
there
like,
it is.
We like frost. We like frost damage over here.
It's arcanism
we
bad.
like it.
I like
we
this for
like
the
it.
the
We do a
RP
little
aspects.
Frost Nova.
Little Frost
We do a little
Nova?
cone of cold.
It's
Cold snap.
a little
ice block.
foreplay on the crafting.
And once the ice block is done,
Infuse your character
we're
with the
gonna see.
elements.
we're gonna see what we're getting. Are
You love
guys
to see
ready?
it.
Put out the good
Oh,
juju
it's
into the
gonna
world,
take
you
so
know?
much time.
Look how long the
Turn
craft
air
is.
conditioner on.
It's such a classic number. It's like it's so long.
Thank you, Blizzard. Please,
Everything
I
is
love
so
you
slow
forever.
and that's great.
Oh,
Please, please.
we praying to the
Please.
blood gods, Umbasan.
Please. Oh, I'm scared.
So we won the lottery? Oh, frost
Go
damage.
the lottery big time.
I
Dude,
can't.
wait.
34 frost damage
34 frost damage?
on her
It's like-
one chance.
That's like good at
Pretty sure you
60.
prefer them at 60, right?
Yeah.
Priebus.
Unbelievable.
Dude, Ellie can't die now. Ellie,
know.
if Ellie dies, this character, there's no way she gets that again, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no way. 34 frost damage? That's incredible.
Talk about a come up, you know.
Yeah,
It's those
absolutely.
kinds of things that make me excited.
I'm gonna click through some of these streams here. We've got about 9 minutes until these runs start. I'm kind of interested here.
Only our
I mean,
plans
you
are
are
kind of
interesting.
similar.
Am I interested?
Oh yeah. It's
Interesting.
gosh, what's it called? The Monstera. There
Yeah,
we go.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, this
yeah.
one's
Easy to-
our mother plant. We're trying to break it up a little bit and put it in some different pots all over the house, though.
Nice. Yeah. They're easy to take care of. It's a good plant.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Okay, so I just went to look at the stats. Getting of Frozen Wrath is an 18.7% chance. However, she actually low rolled the enchantment. It can go up to 36. So delete them.
Yeah, throw it away.
Yep,
Throw
go
it
again.
away.
Yep, redo it.
Willie
Yeah.
just shits all over
Yeah,
there.
Willie's just like,
Yeah,
hey,
it's a-
sick accomplishment.
It's a range of 34 to 36.
Fucking casual.
Yeah,
Not this, delete it.
yeah. Go farm Jade for 20 hours. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
And Jordy and Willie, so you guys are aware, just since we already have Zidane, team captain of Team Slow, which is an acronym for Super Lethal Outstanding Warriors. But all of the team captains will be muted, but they'll be joining our casting desk channel here. So that right up on the top of the hour, we can let them know they can join their team's Discord channels down below and get going. Just wanted you guys to be aware.
Yeah.
And for chat, hearing all of the little Discord pings.
Yes, they will be. I don't get Discord pings because I'm a streamer and I have streamer mode on, so it doesn't go bing 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 when people join.
My favorite noise.
Yeah, right. Dude, I get cringed with Discord noises, man. Like I hear them and it hurts my soul a little bit. You know how if you have the same alarm on your phone for too long, it like every time you hear it, you get that weird feeling in your body of like, I hate this. Like I have to, like this is a negative feedback loop for me.
The opposite of Pavlov's.
Yes, that is exactly what Discord noises are for me. Yeah, you actually fixed things. Yeah, we did. So we're gonna get started here in about 7 minutes. It looks like that's the time I'm showing anyway. There's a lot of teams outside Scarlet Monastery right now. I'm trying to see, is there a team that, okay, Mudman Ompy is in the Barrens, so they must be
Starting out with
starting RFD.
I'm gonna use the bathroom so that I'm not using it.
Yeah, go ahead.
No
Go
worries.
ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, pathing and routing between these dungeons is going to be a pretty big question mark for a lot of these teams. You know, last circuit we saw very few teams end up starting at Scarlet Monastery. A lot of Alliance teams said, no, it's more worth it for us to start at somewhere like RFK in the Barrens and then run up from Hillsbrad. Or if you're the Deer Enjoyers, run over from Western Plaguelands to get to Scarlet Monastery. This time doesn't seem to be the case. You know, a lot of teams still pretty much all Alliance, it's looking like, starting out at Scarlet Monastery, not wanting to make that journey midway through their circuit today.
So here we've got Longshot from Goldshire Gangstas, which is a really cool team name and a dope team logo. You love to see that. Looks like they're going to be starting SM. Gordon Ramsay's logged out right now at Scarlet Monastery on his level 60. I don't know if anyone has ever told him that he can't use his level 60 in these dungeons. But that would be his character that he's going to mess around.
Yeah.
We've got Nom Nom on a Horde tune. Looks like so Nom Nom is going to be 4-manning today. They unfortunately their mage lost power to his house and died. So shout outs to Nova, one of the Giga Chads of the hardcore community. So Nom Nom is vibing. Looks like they're going to be goofing around at level in Scarlet Monastery. Looks like we're seeing layers in effect, by the way. They're not on the same layer that a lot of these other players are. If we look over here at Chippo, yeah, layers came back, what was it, 2 days ago on Era.
I think so.
So shout outs to you, chat. Shout outs to you for one, being here, two, playing so much hardcore that Blizzard had to put layers on the server. This stuff is actually just popping off. We've got Snakes looking like they're gonna start at RFD.
Mm-hmm. And
Couple
very quickly,
teams here.
very quickly, I'm sorry, Andrew. Before we get started, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors for these events. Really couldn't have made this possible without them. Blizzard, of course, sponsoring us with some epic giveaways that we will be, I think, performing later today. So big shout out to Blizzard Entertainment for sponsoring us in that way. We've got HC Elite, the NA Community Rating Guild, operating on Bloodsail Buccaneers. One of their members we were very fortunate to give a massive donation for our prize pool. We've got Rested XP coming in as a sponsor, and then a new sponsor, which we will highlight more next weekend during one of our dungeon drafts. But Labrador Studios, an indie game developer out of York, UK, making some great content over there as well. So thank you to all of our sponsors.
Yeah, absolutely. Is the Bonkai Boys done? Are they not playing today?
They're done skis, unfortunately.
Oh man, that's rough. I just tried pulling up Dez's stream from Bagdrops, and it looks like they're not live either yet. So maybe we can get a different POV of them.
Yeah, happy to go look for one. I think that they've got one YouTube streamer as well that I can go find.
Yeah, that would be really, really great. We just watched the Executioner's Cleaver. I want to keep up with that team.
Mm-hmm.
So, chat, thank you, by the way. We're going to get started in 3 minutes. Really fast. Thank you guys, chat, for being here with us today. Thank you for following the stream. Thank you for the support. I don't have any alerts on because, of course, this is an official broadcast and alerts can kind of muddy the airtime and all this stuff. So massive thank you to being here in chat. I really appreciate you guys. I want to do a big shout out for Farts Wow for making these hardcore trailers for us. Some of the best videos I've seen in a long time. That's amazing. And also, huge shout out to our casters, Only Black Smoke, Jordy, and Willie. If you guys don't know who they are, their names are in the title of the stream. All you have to do is click on their name. You can actually just follow them right there on Twitch. Willie, you probably get better use case out of following on YouTube. So make sure you go over to YouTube and click the subscribe button, click the bell on, and then click that thing that says notifications on Willie's channel. Also, if you're into League of Legends, Willie's got a sick channel called Lexicon that's coming out with League of Legends stuff that I've been watching. It's dope.
I was going to say, I'd be surprised if people didn't know who Willie and Jordy are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more surprised if they actually know who me and you are. Only that's
True,
the thing,
true.
right? Yeah.
No, you're the figurehead. You're the one putting the show on. I just kind of exist occasionally.
Yeah, who's Winky? Yeah, but one's in chat if you don't know who I am. I'll put a one.
On the stream, I just clicked on the stream. I don't know who you are.
I just went live.
I just joined some random Discord channel.
I'm just here for fun,
Yeah,
you know. I was like, hey, I'll just click on this, sure.
Absolutely. All right, cool. Let's get into casting some stuff. Do you guys want to watch RFD or Scarlet Monastery first? Because we're gonna have to split our time here between these runs, and from what I'm hearing, they're gonna be people doing one polls of both RFD and Scarlet Monastery. I think I'd like to
Do a quick poll.
Do a quick poll, a 1 minute poll.
Or give me mod and I can do.
Yeah,
polls
I'll
for
give you a mod. I'll give you a mod.
Yeah, give me mod and I'll ban everybody.
Don't ban everybody. There you go. You guys are both mods now. Willie, you want to be a mod?
Oh, God, I don't know what the buttons do. Like, I don't want to press anything wrong.
I'm realizing.
Like,
I'm
good.
realizing.
Slash
Yeah.
poll. I got.
Look, I'll just do /ban all and.
I'd like to give a huge shout out to my boy Taxic89 in the chat. Just resubbed for 62 months, you guys. That's 5 years and 2 months. What a giga Chad human being.
That's an OG.
Yeah, also best friend
Right.
IRL, so he has to do that. I buy him coffee every month to pay for his sub.
And I think that are we ready for the?
Oh, we're going. Yeah, I think we're ready. Only, do you want to do the countdown? For our
let's
team
have
captains?
let's have one of our guests do the countdown. Just a quick T minus 10, if either of you would, Jordy or Willie.
Willie, send it.
Okay, so this will be Circuit 3. We'll be getting underway in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and they're off.
There we go. We're going. It looks like the poll is overwhelmingly Scarlet Monastery, by the way.
Already.
So
Well,
we're
yeah, I
gonna,
mean,
we're gonna go
we-
check out the Vidir enjoyers real quick.
RFD's got some people.
Mhm.
It
I
does.
will keep an eye on our teams in RFD. I mean, Ompy's team is at RFD. They said that they're one pulling RFD somehow. I don't know how you do that.
I don't know how they do that. I know that I'm watching Vidir enjoyers. They are also rumored to be a one pulling Scarlet Monastery. I don't know if they're going to be going to Armory first. It looks like they are.
Yeah. I mean,
This is actually interesting too. I think most teams should be going Armory first just due to the level disparity, right? They want to try and get min-max their XP before they go into the dungeons here.
Now for RFD, what are the specific trash requirements? Because I remember you saying that there was some fudginess there that they could.
yeah. So for trash requirements, it's a funny thing in RFD where you can go either left or right at the beginning. So because there is that option, we elected basically to have the mobs in either of those directions until you kind of get to a point where you could reasonably skip to that route elsewhere in the dungeon. They don't count. So
Interesting,
right up at
okay.
the start, you basically have to make a decision: are we going to run through these mobs, find an evade spot, use an invis pot cooldown, just try and press W and just hack and slash our way through all of it as quickly as we can.
We're already seeing this, by the way. This is the Vidir enjoyers. This is the team that I was saying doesn't use a tank. They just pull big, drop target dummies, right?
Yeah, that was clean. They like barely move their health bars.
Oh yeah, they are fast, and usually the mobs are dead before the target dummy is. Like, it is insane what these people are doing.
Oh yeah.
It looks like that runner actually just pulled 2 additional mobs, which is probably not what they were planning for. They probably wanted to add those 2 mobs into another bigger pull. But as you can see here on these are our trash requirements. You guys will see it on their screen throughout these runs. This is a weak aura. So the only requirement for Armory is Herod and kill 47 Scarlet people.
Gotcha.
That's about it.
It looks like Scenic Surfaces is starting on the right side of RFD. So maybe the run up the mountain, you can abuse the one pull there? Or you could maybe, isn't there a jump from this spot
Yeah,
too that you can make?
So what they've done is they found some pretty interesting ways to basically jump up layers of the mountain cake, if you will.
Yeah.
Really interesting points. So instead of running all the way around that spiral, what we're going to see out of this team, and I think several other teams, is finding creative jump points where they can skip half of the undead. Basically, the number of undeads that you have to kill is pretty darn low compared to how many you could have to kill if you're just running around in that circle.
But all the bosses are required. So
Yes.
even so,
except for
you have to clear
the
some of
except for
it.
the escort quest.
Okay.
Yes. So right here we've got Mud Maniac of the Ompy variety. See you next circus out here. These guys are our #1 team in the entire league right now. So we will be watching them go insane in these runs. But I want to respect the Scarlet Monastery vote in the chat.
Sorry. I got all excited.
No, it's okay.
My bad.
Yeah, I was like, when's the one pull start? Like, I want to see it.
Oh, I know.
Cathedral, I think, is where we're going to see. Look at how big this pull is.
This
I know.
is
So
10 mobs?
This is
15
terrifying.
mobs?
What
That's
I
a lot
what I
more.
heard they were trying to do was
Oh my
basically,
gosh.
and you can see
Backfire.
Gigapull, the
What
owl
are they
pet, dead.
doing?
So they decided to use Eyes of the Beast to make these massive pulls.
Yep.
Bring everything to themselves. God, I would hate to
Oh
be Rise
my
Nuke their priest
God.
right now. I would.
Yo, I'm getting
hate
told
it.
that No CC just did a gigapull and Dustbone almost just died. This is what's coming in chat. Chat, by the way, if you're watching any of the other POVs, you can all go to hardcoreallstars.com. You can see everybody who's streaming today on the main page. Just click the event panel. You can flip through all of the teams. You can follow along with your favorite team. If there's anything going on the other streams that we aren't casting here on the main channel, feel free to jump into the chat and let us know what's going on. Yes, Vidir literally just almost one pulled Armory. They're at Herod. You're kidding
Wow.
me.
That was, I think it was 2 pulls or maybe 3.
Yeah, it was about 2. Yeah, they
it-
went past the courtyard and then.
This is insanity.
pulled
You guys,
everything else with the
it
non-Herald.
started at 12 server, and we started them a little late. We started them at like 12:01. It is 12:04, and they're
Might
at
be a
Herald.
short day.
This is a 3-minute Cathedral or Armory run.
Yeah, so these teams looking to do some big armories, big cathedrals, and by big I mean fast. You know, we are looking at 3-4 minute dungeon runs. This is going to be absolute insanity. But then meanwhile, you know, on the other side of the coin, we've got RFD Uldaman, two pretty long, windy dungeons. It's not exactly stopping some of these teams though from looking at every skip possible still. So it should be
This
pretty
is
exciting.
insanity. Look
Kind
at
of a
this.
spicy
Herod
Herod,
down.
yeah.
Ravager.
Ravager, fuck yeah.
Ravager.
Yo, Ravager would be
Pick that up.
big for future polls. You
That's a
can get some
For
some AOE.
For this group especially, because all they
used
do
it
is
Mount
AoE,
Hydro,
right?
didn't you? I remember.
Oh, shout outs to Crix Vibes in the chat. Welcome back, Crix. You love to see it. Let's go.
Can we get some W's in the chat for
Can we
our
get
boy
some
Craig?
W's in the chat for Crix?
All right, Armory done.
Armory,
Yeah, Armory done.
done.
PG go next.
So they're going to go to Cath. I kind of want to lock in and watch the Cath run
Let's-
too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cath
The
is getting, like,
RFDs are
twofold,
looking
right?
spicy.
hmm I am linking you though, Winky.
Oh, we got some, you're linky winking. Okay.
The intro poll from No CC and RFD where Dustbound
Yeah,
almost
absolutely. We can watch this. This is their intro poll, you said?
died. hmm
So they just walk in and they just pull everything. Is that what I'm hearing here?
Pretty much.
It looks like for Ompy's team, Calamity fell down a layer, so they had to
Uh-oh.
jump down to rescue her.
Oh no, they must have been going for some type of skip here.
hmm
Yo, look at this. They're just holding W. Sorry if it's difficult for you guys to see in chat. I'll make it a little bigger if I can.
No worries. Clips are always annoying.
I love the different routes.
yeah,
they're
look-
just,
look at
they're
this.
just
So-
dropping target. They're literally pulling.
so
Look
this
at
is-
Dusty.
Yeah, this is a section of oh my god, Dusty. This
Dusty
is a
had
section
1
of
HP.
Quillboards. Yeah, this is a section of Quillboards that just doesn't count. So their response to it was, okay, let's drop
Let's
drop
not
target
do
dummies
it.
and just press W through it to exactly where we want to start the dungeon.
Oh my god.
And they'll evade bug up there. They won't.
They'll
Path
evade
all the
bug.
way
So,
around?
so in classic, it can't find a path around if the path isn't loaded basically on the player minimap.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
So here we have See You Next Circus. This is our number 1 lead team. This is where Calamity fell down, and what I was hearing is they had to run back, and that's going to add some time. That I'm sure that's not what they were running out of the run, right?
Oh, absolutely.
We got big plays. So the way they prefer to do their runs is most of the time we've seen Ompy is kind of just the big damager. It's playing around your mage essentially. Just pull big, arcane explode, move on.
hmm
Yeah. Immolation oil, like every single pack I'm seeing here as well.
Oh yeah,
It adds so much damage, actually.
it's huge.
Yep. Oh my god, if you go into Dax Dog's stream, you can see Diamond Dax the Warrior pulling a Memnar right now.
Oh, so they
Uh,
jumped up the wall.
Mage
Already
just
jumped the
died
wall.
in Gorilla Milk.
Gorilla Milk just went
Table
down.
slam. Yeah, Cath. They did a big pull and a mage died.
Oh no. We have our first death of the day, guys.
Level
Shout outs to
43
Gorilla
mage.
Milk. Shout outs to Table Slam.
It's an F.
Oh, that's a big F. They'll still be able to 4-man this the rest of the day. I
Oh, they
hope.
pulled the bosses with it. That's what it was.
Oh,
It's a big pull with
Jesus.
Morgan.
Let's check in on Vidir. Looks like they're getting ready to start their Cath run right now. They're gonna open the door, and this is gonna be a giant pull. Little terrifying, actually. It looks like they're
God,
letting.
losing your mage on the first one. Ugh.
hmm
Mage is like, if there was a DPS meter at the end of these runs, Mage would be so very, very far ahead of everything else. It would
The
not be
mage
close.
is still at the top for the pull, and he's been dead for half of it. And
Yeah.
the mages still have done.
Hey, that's classic Mage for you, ain't it?
Yeah.
So does the timer start when you enter the portal only, or does it start when you kill the first mob?
The timer starts when you enter the portal, and it doesn't stop until you have killed all bosses.
Chat, if you guys
See you
copy
next
and paste
circus.
this, by the way. Oh, Tumbleweed, thank you. If you guys copy and paste Fs, when somebody dies, it is customary we give them a free F. You don't need to be a sub in the channel to use the Winky PF emote. So shout outs to our good friend Mage from Gorilla Milk that died in Scarlet Monastery Cathedral today. They will be fondly remembered until the next circuit when they have to level to like level 51.
Yeah, my goodness.
In 2 weeks to go again. Oh, it's a rough life, but yeah, we show respectful Fs to the fallen friends.
Yep.
And it looks like Chippo said they're waiting on their cooldowns. They're going to be walking into the dungeon here.
Yep. And it looks like Team Slow, Gordon Ramsay is instance locked, so they can't even start right now. Looks like they're gonna have to start their instances late. We'll sort out what's going on in our VOD review, but yeah, Gordon Ramsay farming too many manual crowd pummelers.
Probably actually.
To even enter the dungeon
with that.
Yeah. So we've seen Vidir has cleared. It looks like they're the only team that has cleared the dungeon. I'm not sure. Did Calamity falling down make this run last longer? What's going on here?
It did. So I'm looking at Manic's stream from Backdrops Are Back, and they, I'm pretty sure, are ahead of. Oh no, they're not. They're not. Never mind.
Here we go. We're in Cath, guys. This is going to be man.
Pull, man.
I hope Vidir Enjoyers lives until the final circuit. The way they pull these dungeons, I want to see them in BRD. It would be terrifying to watch them in BRD.
The Holy Nova, it's just like full commit. There's no.
The amount of mana potions, the amount of water that this priest must be going through to be spamming one of the worst AoE spells in the game.
Not only that, but just like the insanity that is just holding W and
claiming to have a paladin tank.
Somehow their health never drops. Like when they do these massive pulls.
Yeah.
It's the Holy Nova just topping everybody off.
I'm interested though, like, would you ever expect to see Holy Nova used this much? I think it accounts for like 20% of Raizuko's damage. 60% is like grenades, but
it's so
is that
much
something that makes sense to you?
You'd have to like pop a pot at the beginning of a pull, and then I don't know. There's just so much mana management going into it.
How did they get?
I'd be so nervous you wouldn't have enough mana to heal if something went wrong. You know what I mean? But you have to commit because they need to die.
So we did the
health potions are for. It'll be fine.
The trash requirements, by the way, for Scarlet Monastery are very, very easy. It's any mob that's standing on grass is required.
Mm-hmm.
So Gorilla Milk just finished Cath. That was the longest pull ever. The same pull that their mage just died.
Hey, you know what? Mad respect for going for the Giga pull, right?
Totally.
This will be interesting. I have this crazy feeling they're just going to open those doors and send in the bird to the bosses.
Okay, so no CC are just about to pull the last boss in RFD.
All right, we've got no CC up.
So just finishing off that pack, they'll be done with trash, and they've just got Toot and Cash left, and then I guess they're heading over to Scarlet Monastery.
Yeah, and it looks like Circus is just ahead of them midway through the event, so should be about 30 seconds behind. But my gosh, starting it out close.
So no CC is currently our third place team on the overall circuit leaderboards. So it's amazing to see. It's terrifying that they've already had two very, very close deaths. Tactics almost went down. Dustbone almost went down. Right here we see Lesamos dropping pretty low. Mm-hmm. If they're going to be playing like this all day, I am scared of their Uldaman. I am terrified of their Uldaman.
Mm-hmm.
Every team is opting for Uldaman last because of the levels that you might get in these first three, right?
Yeah. I think it also makes sense for routing. Uldaman, the last boss is level 47, I believe, maybe 48, and it trucks you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, doesn't make too much sense to start out with it. That's for sure.
Yeah. So Uldaman's going to be terrifying. It'll be interesting seeing which teams opt to go in the back door versus the front door. There's a lot of routing situations you can do Uldaman.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. ZF isn't going to be in this run. I'm reading chat as we're doing this. ZF will be in the next circuit. The next circuit, you guys, is going to be amazing. Isn't it ZF, Sunken Temple, Maradon, all three wings of Maradon?
Mm-hmm.
Those are
Oh,
some
man.
chunky
Three
dungeons.
big dungeons.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
big Cath pull. Oh, look, we're strategizing the big Cath pull.
They're getting
Here it
ready.
goes, guys. They're like, yo, let
Line
us
it
know when target dummies are off cooldown. Right?
Death base, calm as a cucumber. Just all right, game time.
Oh no, they're sending the
They're
gnome
send-
in.
Mate,
They're
what?
sending the mage. Are we gonna get an ice block pull?
Can we get some salutes in the
Oh,
chat?
he's just going
Oh,
straight in.
He's going. He's going with the
Oh,
boss.
he's with the
Oh
pull.
my
God.
no
God.
way.
Leipzig.
No
is so much
way.
trust.
That's
He's
like
going full health.
25 mobs.
Okay,
There's
8
the ice
seconds. The ice block
There's
comes
no
off.
way.
There's a
Oh,
bomb.
the grenades. Are they just
Okay.
gonna kill? Oh, the Nova.
Dummy.
Oh.
Okay, this is
Like,
goated.
They're done.
Wow.
Oh
This
my
is the
God.
best thing I've
Oh.
ever seen in my
Oh
life.
my. Oh, that was a feign, of course, yeah.
The amount of damage that just didn't take.
Oh my
Holy-
Wait, I'm sorry.
god.
Did they pop their lights of illusions?
They-
did
I
miss
think they
something?
did.
There
I
was
think they
0
popped-
damage that went out on this
They-
team. They just destroyed everything in sight.
I think they legitimately just pre-popped Light of Loon. We'll have to go back and watch a clip, but I'm pretty sure the entire team
Wow.
Light of Loon. Just so you guys know, Light of Loon is an invulnerability elixir that you get for completing a quest. You only get one of them. It is a get out of jail free card. It is a free bubble. That is insane.
Yeah, I mean, if you are going to use that one-time use Pally Bubble on all of your team, now is the time to use it. What an insane performance!
The Dare
out of
Enjoyers,
Gear and like Enjoyers.
16 minutes, Armory and Cath done. Like, remarkable.
That
That was an unreal pull. Holy crap.
That was
what
really,
what are they
really
gonna
cool.
do in Uldaman? Holy, it was so clean.
Unbelievable.
Oh, and Mograin's Might, you love to see a little white mane's chapeau. Nice little
Mhm.
chapeau for the
Nice
mage.
chapeau, yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, that'll match your wallpaper, Willie.
Exactly, yeah. I can,
Yeah.
why don't I have one in real life? I can be like, the next
And it looks
Batman.
like No
Oh.
CC and Circus are out of RFD. Both are heading toward Scarlet Armor or Scarlet
Oh
Monastery.
man.
No CC able to make use of that horde routing. They ported to UC. Meanwhile, we've got Circus flying up to Western Plaguelands using the now patented Vidir Western Plaguelands skip.
Yes.
Luckily, at a bit of a better level. I know of a few teams who are planning to do this. I know Snakes will be seeing it out of them pretty soon here. They're actually already en route. So just a couple seconds even behind our front runner teams. Team Snakes, I'm following Diamond Dax. Absolute legends pulling it out, keeping pace with these front end teams. Really excited to see
Yeah,
some dangerous travel here in a couple of minutes.
Team Snakes has been actually really interesting. We see them here in 5th place. They are actually poised though to be kind of like a what is the word? Like a hidden boss. The way that they're approaching the gameplay, we interviewed them in Circuit 2, and they said our goal is to be the only team alive in the last circuit. And that's basically what they're gonna do. They are truly becoming the wild card. That is absolutely right.
CNX Circus is heading through Western Plaguelands right now. This could get a little spicy.
Yeah, now last time we saw this, we saw Vidir Enjoyers do this at level 32. So we're all 43 now.
There's
These
gonna
mobs
be
are
a-
still terrifying.
There's going to be a whole like trail of just dummies for like all
Yes.
these teams to run past as they go to where they're going.
Yeah, now it if anyone was getting, look at all these immolation oils in Ompi's bags. That's insane. But the teams are going to be pulling, I think there's 6 mobs that are potential, of being pulled. I don't know if anyone's been cheeky and logged in and cleared away or anything like that. Any of the level 60s on the server, maybe watching the event, who knows? You can get lucky with that kind of stuff sometimes.
Let's
Well,
hope
we
not.
know our characters in the competition aren't allowed to log out once the circuit starts. So we know at least they aren't killing it unless they've spent a hell of a lot of time on a complete second account, which, judging by Ompi's 10 days played, I don't think they've had time for.
Yeah, I know exactly. So we've got the wetland. They've only, oh, here we go. So they're going to get this spider here, level 50. It's not too bad. At level
All you
43,
need
it's
is
not the
mage.
worst. You see Ompi jumping and facing the mob so he doesn't get dazed. That's a gamer move.
Well, he's got frost armor or ice armor, whatever, and mana shield up, right? So he can't get dazed until those are gone.
And a power word shield.
Yeah, so he should be pretty
Do you think he's
good for
going
a
first so
while.
that if he does get hit, like there, it's
Yeah.
he slows the
Yeah,
mobs for the rest
absolutely.
of the team to get through?
Mhm.
The
Well,
mage is pretty safe, really.
Yeah, it's hard to get days as a mage so long as you got all your stuff up.
Yeah,
Like they didn't even bother
absolutely.
with dummies there. They
No.
just sent it. I mean, that's totally
Yeah,
Chad.
now that you've got mounts, no need. These teams
Yeah.
will just be passing through.
Mounts are going to start changing the game. I would like to see. It's too bad we don't see anybody going through. Nobody's going through Uldaman yet.
Mhm.
Which I was thinking maybe one team might have had like a big brain play, just trying to do some
That'd be-
weirdo stuff on the
It'd be a
on the
very
back
good
end.
brain play. I mean, I like how we're seeing these alliance teams just getting towards Scarlet Monastery, but we've also got no CC jumping into Armory as we speak.
Yeah, I'm watching Cargos' POV here. We clicked on it. I thought he was playing Doom for a second. He was playing first person Hunter.
The slow team just made it in RFD finally. I guess Gordon's lockout is done. What an awful turn of events.
Oh yeah, but hey, 2 minutes in, you've already killed Glutton, your first boss. Looks
Yeah,
like they're going to
doing
be
great.
making good timing now that they're able to start.
Yeah, we got slow. Let's check in on like and subscribe. We haven't seen Alenia's team. Looks like they're in Cath. Elenia playing with the wonderful brightness and contrast on screen. It makes the game look gorgeous. I'm not going to lie. Very interesting UI too.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like they're playing it safe. Now keep in mind, you don't have to go the fastest. We are playing hardcore. So as long as you complete all the dungeons today, your team is still accruing points, and there's always the chance that someone in front of you dies.
This is
Right?
true.
That's a
So-
legitimate strategy, man. Just
right?
just don't be too dangerous, and maybe you'll be at the top at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to check in on, it looks like Nom Nom's team here. This is our 4-man crew, which is exciting. I'm really glad they got the opportunity to go. There was talk earlier in the week that this team might not even be able to play just because they were contemplating, is it worth 4-manning? I'm glad they decided to just go ahead and compete and have fun today. And then hopefully Nova can get another mage back up before the next circus. Big shout outs to Nom Nom HC, pillar of the hardcore community, you guys. Absolute Giga Chad. Nom Nom has leveled 1 to 60 in hardcore, what, 19 times now without
No, I
dying?
think he's done it 22 now.
22.
He's gotten
wow.
Only
260. He's
22?
gotten 260s just this year, and it's April.
Yeah, he's insane. 22.
Or sorry, 360s this year.
That is that's a hardcore enjoyer right there.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
done
yeah.
a hunter, priest, and rogue all this year.
How did we snag Willie on the cast? Well, Willie and I got the privilege of casting the world first race to level 80 on the Method channel, and we, sometimes we like each other.
Willie, what did
Yeah.
he pay you? What did he promise you?
Hot pockets. I don't know.
Yes.
New hat. Better
What?
wallpaper.
What are
All
we
of the
doing?
above.
What
Okay,
is
yeah.
this?
Can we,
I was gonna
can
say,
we
where
just
they-
admire
you can go around the
Vidir
back, can't
enjoyers
you?
What is Vidir
using
Enjoyers doing?
using so they're effectively using the back door into RFD rather than using the Great Lift, because they hearthed over to Feathermoon, flew to Thalinar, and are now using these spires to get straight to the RFD portal. I'm sure that they
Unbelievable.
simmed this out and found, yep, we
There we
saved
go, just on the
7
right.
seconds. We're doing it.
Yeah.
God, this team just gets better and better. I love watching Vidir. I sound like a broken record, right? Like this is just such a cool team to watch play the game.
By the way, I just got like a few minutes ago. I got the reference in their name.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the Vidir
Yep.
elixir.
I mean,
Yeah.
I do wish that the balding eagles, whose logo was just an eagle that looked like a balding gamer dad, was still in the running. They
Oh,
sadly
yeah.
dropped out just this morning because that
that
really
would be
was the best
representation.
team name. But Vidir Enjoyers, a close second.
Scenic Circus just pulled 20 mobs in Armory.
What?
Little spooky.
Oh yeah.
It's
Sorry
a
about
little freaky.
when I switch streams, chat. I understand that there's a little bit of a update before it gets to good resolution.
They're just mage AoE farming it. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah,
Playing
it's like
around the
it's
mage.
like a made solo play, except he's got 4 people helping him around.
112 doing half the DPS of Mud Maniac, but you know,
I mean,
all you
that's
need.
There's a nice
yeah. So
Nova and AoE taunt there to prevent
mhm,
Nova like making the mobs hit other people.
yeah.
Good idea.
So I know that this whole team, because Ellen Degen, their rogue, wasn't able to level up in time after an unfortunate death, but she was their only engineer. All of these players are alchemy, and I believe
Oh
that
my
they all made a
gosh.
big point to pick up immolation oil, which they've simmed out to be more effective than sappers if the pulls are big enough, because of the lack of cooldown. So their goal is to just always have mobs on them.
Yeah, also shout outs to Keksek with the 112 speedrunning reference and the
Hell
character
yeah.
name.
Mhm.
Big fan of 112. I actually have a button on my stream deck that insta plays that video, the 112.
I have a channel point reward sound of it too. Yeah.
Yep. Shout outs to the speedrunners, guys. It is interesting seeing how influential these mages are on the teams, right? We've seen and how much honestly it kind of matters, but it kind of doesn't at the same time, because we've seen teams like CNX Circus here play around Ompi, play around the mage. They're making big pulls. They're utilizing the mage AoE damage as they're going. Where we see other teams like NoCC with very comparable times in some of these dungeon runs, not bringing a mage until this circuit. They had Lesamos as their backup player on mage, and other than that, they were doing melee cleave. So it is pretty interesting to see how effective mages are and how you can kind of still do it without a mage on your team. Today, though, we have the privilege of watching Team NoCC with Lesamos, our wonderful co-caster and mage player, just due to Grays for Days drop of the bag once again. You hate to see it.
Oh, calling him out like that. Yeah, and I'm seeing Team NoCC about one pull behind Circus. Circus making the more typical melee cleave play of finishing up one pack about halfway and dragging them into the next.
Okay,
I imagine
Medea
that's where they're picking up a
zoomed
lot of
into
their time.
RFD, by the way.
Oh,
Something's
we have-
going on with
we have a big RFD?
snakes.
Oh, snakes?
They just zoomed in.
They're evade pulling something. They
Dude.
they skipped a bunch of mobs or something, and now they're doing a
I
front
can't.
to
They're just
back
pressing
pull.
W.
I'm afraid right now for what they're doing here. Are they just skipping all of these
Are they
packs?
jumping
Are they going to evade them here?
doing cash, right?
I don't know.
I
I don't
think
know
they're
if
gonna-
they're
I think they're
I don't know if
skipping.
they're taking the L on missed trash requirements, or if
Reset,
they're
yeah.
planning to send somebody back and pull them anew. They might have realized that they pulled too much and had to switch plans.
Maybe reset. Well, no, I'm not sure
Yeah,
if that's
reset's
required for
not bad.
trash, right? So they might just be skipping that area and resetting there. This
I
is
think
snakes,
so,
by the
yeah.
way.
Oh,
Snakes.
wait, their hunter just came up from behind.
Oh, maybe they're waiting on the hunter
Well, I'm curious if more mobs will follow.
on snakes.
Yeah. I mean, it could be a really huge move if they're about to if they found a way to skip half of the instance while still getting 47 Scarlets. That certainly wasn't foreseen, but that's crazy.
Yeah,
Or
this
maybe
is-
they're gonna run
Yeah.
out with them and kill them on the way out.
Oh,
I don't
Scarlet
know.
Boots. Scarlet Boots. 5 ag 12 stem.
Meanwhile, NoCC and Circus on their way out of
Herod
546
shoulder.
and 447. Wow, a full minute
Yeah.
ahead.
They're flying. So if we were trying to put teams, who's poised to be in first place right now? We have Team Vidir in RFD. They've cleared both wings of SM. We had the other two teams that are in the lead start with RFD, and they're now at SM. So if Vidir finishes RFD before these other teams finish Cath, then Vidir is clearly in the lead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know it can be a little difficult trying to keep track of who's in the lead with the way these dungeon runs work, but trust us, we get it all done. We do VOD review for every single run that's happening today. Look at Gigapole go, by the way,
This
the bird.
You know,
The-
He's
next time we do this, we should have them all put their team logos on screen.
Yeah,
just so that it's
absolutely.
easier to keep track of
Yeah,
who's who.
that would be helpful, yeah.
Yeah, the name, honestly, the bird Gigapole is the true MVP of the Vidir enjoyers. Just always laying its
That
life on the
bird.
line. You
The
know?
only multi-life team member.
Yeah, right.
The saddest bird, and wow.
Yeah, seriously.
You can see that's the power of the mage just slowing everything, cutting it back. I can't imagine a group doing this kind of thing without a mage. To be honest, if I was
Well-
putting together a group, the first thing you would want is a mage for me.
Gordon's team doesn't have a mage. They're
I know that's
rocking
the crazy thing.
rogue,
Yeah.
hunter, druid, priest, warrior. So their options are limited in big pulls like that.
The thing with melee cleave is the weakness of mage is the mana bar. It goes down real fast, whereas with melee cleave it doesn't. So it's kind of the payoff versus we can do
No
smaller
way.
pulls more often versus bigger pulls less often.
Oh, I was gonna say, no way is that door locked. Are they not able to walk in the dungeon right now? They didn't have Bobka pick the lock.
Not having the key.
Well, when
Yeah.
you're twinked as hard as these guys are, I don't know if the mana bar is necessarily a problem, right? Because you just probably have so much of it with all the consumes you're rocking and like the high level mana pots. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, especially-
absolutely.
I mean, it's every 2 minutes in Classic, right? You just press your potion whenever you want. 2 minutes later, you press it again. There's no out of combat or anything, so that's a
So-
big bonus.
Let's they're about to be doing this big pull in Cath. Before the next big pull with the boss room, I would like to listen in on some of their comms. So we'll pick a stream that's about to do the boss, and we'll turn the volume up and we can get a listen in on some of the stream comms on like what they're talking about in the Discord. Because it's got to be terrifying, right? You're about to pull an entire room that could go very poorly. We've got a tight race, by the way, between No CC and CNX Circus right now. CNX Circus is still just like one pull ahead of the two teams. CNX Circus swapped Hunter for Rogue. Did they? Did they have a Hunter prior? I thought it was Ellen the whole time, was it?
Oh,
Or did they bring
no, yeah.
Peter in?
So they dropped Peter. They put Peter on bench to bring Ellen in anyways, even though she's underleveled.
I wonder why. Is there an item in
It's gotta
Cath
be
that-
it's gotta be because she's an engineer. They said we really need this
Oh.
target dummy for our strategy, so we're bringing Ellen.
target
I-
dummy?
I wonder if they're gonna do the same thing.
the Ompy pull.
Yes, I can tell you right here, right now, as we're coming up on it, we are about to see a one pull out of
Yes.
CNX Circus.
This will be
Is
good.
it gonna be a light of a loon one pull though?
Yeah, we'll see.
Choosing
see
where
any
you
on the
use those will
keybind?
be interesting.
Yeah, I'm looking for it on their bars.
While they clear
Where
that,
is it?
it looks like we still have 3 bosses and a lot of undeads to go for the Deer Enjoyers. So the team, I mean, these 3 teams are pretty much in the same running right now. It looks like there may be. It's going to come down to Uldaman. All of these teams are going to be in Uldaman at the same time, and it's going to be really, really awesome to watch
Yeah.
the live race, right? But let's go back to Hompy. You guys want comms? The casters
yeah.
will stay quiet for a moment, and
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
just listen to comms.
I love how Umpy's one key is Blizzard. He knows what's up.
Yeah, I had to heal as well.
Peter, is our count correct? Do you know how many are in the side or in the front? Alright, it's 42 total. Are we 42?
42. So
We're
we
at
need
20
24.
we're at 27.
We need 24.
We're at 27. Okay.
Yeah, we're fine.
You're good.
We're gonna have to mana up as well.
Okay. It's you can just get to like 60% mana. It's
It's
okay.
the calm before the storm, boys.
Get to 60% mana before we go.
This music is so perfect.
Click off salve.
I don't have salve.
If you've got it.
No.
Good, good.
Salve should be on everybody here.
Yeah.
Actually,
salve is up.
except for Parla. Parla, you're tanking the boss specifically. That's all you're doing. Okay. I'm opening door.
You don't want me to tank him inside the
Inside the AoE is good, yeah.
That's dangerous. We get stunned, right?
No, it's okay. Yeah, you can take him out. It's
ready?
fine. But yeah.
Wait, salve.
Salve just on.
Myself?
Yeah.
On all of us, apart from Parla and
It doesn't matter. Just
Doesn't
go.
matter,
Just go.
let's go.
Just go.
Okay. No one press any buttons or do anything.
Stand back a little bit. Does the door close if you plumb?
No.
If you click it, it closes.
Oh, this is terrifying.
I'm so excited.
She's on the spot. It's aggroing.
Yep.
Yep, got
You
him.
can start moving forward. Ellen,
be
you
hitting the
get
bosses.
close.
Oh, bubble pull.
Yeah, so what she's
It's
doing is
hot.
she is standing on top of a candle right now
You're
for an
doing the
evade
bubble
spot to group them
jumping.
all up, and then she'll bubble off of it.
3, 2, 1, go.
Spelling it.
Dummy.
Good. Start pumping. Pump. Giga pump.
And then you just kite.
Yep, they might not have the the upfront damage of sappers, but you can see how many numbers are being laid down. Oppie climbing up to 60k damage already.
That's a lot of 69s.
Oh yeah, and lots of nices in chat. Any nices in chat?
Oh, tactical.
Drag it to the
Well,
door, drag it to the
there it
door.
is.
That
pretty-
spot was
pretty
so
easy.
good. I didn't know about that.
Looking good, guys. Looking good.
Yeah.
So we've got the clear here after the RP event. We will see them clearing. Let's check in on. Oh, looks like Cargo's and the team No CC is about ready to do their magic. So they opted to not one pull. It looks like they didn't want to believe in the Lesamos ice block pull, I'm assuming.
Yeah, we got a team full of doubters over here.
I can't lie though that
lots of the smaller pulls.
I think
might,
oh, go ahead, Willie. Sorry?
might set them a bit behind because I've seen 2 teams now very successfully get off a 1 pull in here.
I'm
So it
not
might
gonna
be
lie.
You have to
though.
remember one team not very successfully get off of 1 pull.
Yikes. So we're about to initiate the fight. Yeah, this does set them about 45 seconds behind. Maybe a minute. Of
Snakes is opting to pull one at a time in Cath. This will put them way behind compared to the 1 pulls. The 1 pulls, I mean, it's 5 minutes. It's a lot of time.
Oh, absolutely. It's a huge time sink. And the more teams that go faster in Cathedral it affects the points separately. I'm not sure if Only can go into the details on how that actually works, but the way you accrue points is based on like an average of the teams that ran it.
Yeah, so it's a parse system. So once everybody's times are inputted, we won't be able to give points until all the final teams finish and we input all of their times into our system. But yeah, all the completion times are averaged out, and from the best to worst team, basically a 1 to 100 parse system is created.
Yeah.
And Circus doing a roster swap, Rogue out, Hunter in.
Yep. Yeah, now that they've got that use from the target dummy, they're back to their max level team. They will give their salutes to L&D Gen for coming in even under leveled for that dungeon. Now it's time to go hit Uldaman.
Yeah, we're watching Vidir here. They looks like they're going to be cleaning up very, very soon here. We got they're on Aminar right now. Then we've got Glutton on the way out, and
This
they'll
is
be
a
on
race,
their way
man.
to go. Yeah, they'll be on
This
their way
is
to
a
Uldaman.
race.
Looks like all the teams here are going straight to Uldaman all
No
at the same
CC
time.
just finished. They're on High Inquisitor White Mane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, any +1s for Cold Rage? Any +1s for we need that for Viscidus as Alliance players.
You Hearth to Kargath? Is that where you set your hearth? I mean, that's a nice
on
Hearth
Horde,
spot.
yeah, on Horde you definitely have Hearth at Kargath.
Oh, they pulled some Pats, unfortunately.
I do think Horde just has a better routing with the Kargath Hearth than Alliance in the later circuits. That's just my assumption.
Yeah,
Well, they need something to make up for their shit.
I will report now. Things could change. We could have a team come in big as a dark horse with a quick time, but so far we've got on those Cathedral pulls. Circus was able to take first place over Vidir with a 5-minute 43-second. Vidir was 5 minutes 53 seconds on their one.
Do we know the time of the No CC and the CNX Circus RFDs?
I'm going back to find those right now.
If we can find their time, because then we can compare that. They just jumped straight down on Glutton. Looks like they're going to have about a 13-minute RFD here. I'm interested to see.
3 more in that.
Oh yeah, that's actually perfect. That's what they needed.
Yeah, 1 extra, but yeah, that's wow, that's clean.
Yeah, do they have Hearthstone up, or they? I mean, they can ghetto out,
a lot
right?
more kobolds than they needed, but still, yeah.
Oh, you can't drop group, right? You're not allowed to drop group, or is that I can't remember the ruling on that.
Flesh-eyed shoulders, nice.
That's pretty solid.
Those are really good.
They're hunter shoulders. Yeah,
So
by the
now
way, shout outs to Chippo, you guys. Chippo WoW here.
Oh, they need one more undead. They don't realize.
Oh,
I thought there was enough in that pack. Uh-oh.
yeah, maybe
they just realized.
Yeah, so they had a time discrepancy. They missed 1 slime in Nomer and they got dinged points for it too. last circus or last circuit.
What are they doing?
I don't
They're-
know.
I guess
Are they
they're leaving, I
discussing?
don't know.
We can listen.
You had enough
Making a
mobs in that
portal,
one.
have they
Maybe we should
noticed?
have died after the boss did or something.
Oh, maybe there was something
okay.
that bugged in there.
The weak aura froze after the last boss died, and so I think that.
Oh yeah, that'll
probably-
do it. That'll do it.
Oh, okay.
Well, so it is a rule that you need to kill your trash before killing the final boss.
All right, well then they might be.
Well, they'll lose 1 point again.
Might
Well,
be-
is the
yep.
final boss Glutton, or does it have to be a Memnar?
No, any last boss.
Oh, well, they killed it before Glutton died.
Yeah.
Well,
Then they're fine.
we'll figure it out on VOD review. It'll be fine.
Well, so this isn't the first time I've seen a bug specifically on Unchained's POV. His timer when he was in SM Armory was showing like 90 hours as they're clear. So
Wee
you haven't
woo.
seen it on
Wee
anyone
woo.
else. Wee woos indeed.
Who's the first team that's going to make it to Ulda? It looks like
it's going to be Mud
CNX.
Mania.
Definitely Scenic Circus. They're at the cave now.
Why are we in
Coming up
Thunder?
on the end.
Or
He might
Org?
be a little over prepared.
Just a bit. I'm going to leave this here for a second. I'll be back in a I don't know, 20 seconds.
No worries.
Enjoy the calm, soothing sensation of Willie's wonderful voice and Mud Maniac in the background.
I do have another
Go with
report though. The Deer enjoyers are able to take first place so far on SM Armory. 4 minute 31 seconds on their clear.
Big.
Circus coming in second on 4 minutes 47 seconds.
It's really interesting to see how close these times are,
Mm-hmm.
and I wonder, like, did they talk? Did the teams talk to each other? Are they like racing? I mean, I don't know. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I know that between some teams we've got like some really friendly banter, some nice competition. At first, before the first circuit, there was so much secrecy. Nobody wanted to share their strats, talk about their favorite fishing place, anything like that. But as we've grown a little bit and gotten deeper into this, I think people are loosening up a bit, willing to share more and more.
You're definitely
it's becoming a smaller group each week, isn't it? Too.
Exactly.
People are dropping out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Not
I gotta say, I really like the fact that CNX Circus is going through the front door of Uldaman. Because I've seen so many teams so far, like in their practice runs or in screenshots that they send over to me, show that they're like, yeah, we're taking the back door. Like so excited that there is a back door that they get to use. We had one team, Slow, Gordon Ramsay's perspective, use the Nomergan back door for a bit of a stealth mission last time, and they actually split up their group. I think ever since then, people have been really interested to see how they can utilize backdoors. But we've got CNX Circus running in here as a full 5, just pressing W through these trogs. Should be really exciting.
Do you foresee any big pulls here? This Uldaman has a huge level discrepancy, and so I'm wondering, as the mobs levels get higher and even maybe surpass you, you become much more conservative in the size of the pulls, because resists and stuff like that will be a lot more common.
We are back, by the way. I got reminded that we should be doing a giveaway, by the way. We have giveaways to do for the chat.
/ giveaway? Exclamation point giveaway?
No, not yet. Don't do it yet. Don't do it.
Okay.
I'll get it set up. What do you want to give away? You want to give away some World of Warcraft stuff from our wonderful sponsor, Blizzard Entertainment?
I think so. Just a small little indie game developer called Blizzard Entertainment, giving away some game codes.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Hold on. We haven't started it yet. Don't waste your commands here. And as we do that, I want to give another quick shout out to our sponsors. Thank you so much, Blizzard. Thank you so much, HC Elite. Thank you so much, RXP and Labrador Studios, for the amazing sponsorships, making a prize pool exist at all for these players, making it that much more exciting for them to play, and just making this entire event possible. Huge thank you, guys. But yeah,
let's give away a Wrath of the Lich King epic code. How's that sound for you guys in chat, as well as the casters here?
Pretty epic. Yeah, Jordy, I was going to say, the one thing I can comment on is that Uldaman is pretty segmented. So I'm not sure you would ever be able to pull a terribly large number of mobs without risking a lot of damage just as you're trying to get around. Oh, I see that they accidentally pulled some of these scorpions. So these scorpions do not help your trash requirements at all. So they might just be going for maybe that was just for easy experience, saying this is a good time to kill anyway. We might as well add 10 mobs of XP. But I'm actually curious, Willie, what you think, from kind of an execution parse point of view. If you're looking at a dungeon like Uldaman, what would you be looking to do with a level discrepancy with how long and non-linear the dungeon is? It's got quite a few mechanics from trash. Like, where would you imagine is kind of the sweet spot? How do you think you would, I guess,
Yeah, I mean, for
approach
me,
this dungeon?
there's kind of part one of this dungeon, which is about up to where the Shadowforged dwarves are, and then you start getting the higher level trogs and so on after that.
Mhm.
So I'd look to be doing some big pulls in the first half of it, and then maybe once you start getting to there, then you start taking it maybe a little bit easier, pulling a bit less, and generally playing a bit safer from then onwards. But
Absolutely.
it definitely is a dungeon which has been. I mean, you're not really supposed to go in there and clear the whole thing at once. It does feel like it was designed for at least 2 visits. Just mainly through the level discrepancy.
That room with all the trogs at the mouth of the final set of rooms I've seen a lot of people die there by pulling too many. I'm interested how they do that because it looks really spooky.
Mhm. The boss I'm actually most concerned about in here is the Ancient Stonekeeper.
The silencing whirlwinds,
Yeah,
yeah.
the silencing whirlwinds. I have seen. I mean, I think it's especially scary because all of the like small earthen dwarves that are around that area come in leashed together packs of 5, and the
I've definitely
one
almost died there.
the one where the boss is spread out across the entire backside of the room. So if you pull it, you can accidentally pull these like pathing stone keepers or stone stewards, I think they're called, and they can accidentally pull extra packs beyond them. So you can end up with like 15 dwarves, 2 of these stone guardians, plus the boss, and just have a whole mayhem of trash to have to kill.
Did you just see Ompi use a demonic stun?
Yes, he gathered 6 demonic runes from out in Fellwood.
Yeah,
It took
I
him
was
about
gonna say
10
how.
minutes to kill 1 satyr using a tree jumping
Wow.
and looping strategy.
I mean, that would probably chunk you for half of your HP at this level, right?
Mhm.
It's 7
Oh,
to
yeah.
900
that is a
HP, I
legit
think.
risk.
Plus it can
Wow.
crit,
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna switch over to this scene here. We're gonna give
here's the
away
cyclone.
we're gonna give away the Wrath of the Lich King Expedition right now. If you win, here's exclamation point Discord. Please DM me on Discord if you are the winner. All right, you guys.
I entered. I really hope I win.
3, 2, 1. Roll. Boom. Cramel. Do we have
Let's go, Cramel.
Do we have a Cramel? Are you in chat, Cramel?
Cramel, come on down.
Come on down.
The price is right.
Come on down.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, C-Dank just DM'd me on Discord and said, "Wow, I won." Not true.
Worth a try.
Yeah, okay,
Worth
we got
a
Cramel
try.
in chat. We got Cramel in chat. Go ahead and DM me on Discord, Cramel. And we will get that sorted for you. Sarth also has some of the discount or the giveaway codes, so we'll make sure we get that over to you 100%.
So see you next
Make a
circus.
notepad, actually.
Did they pull the boss? I missed it.
They pulled the boss with everything.
Yeah,
like, I'm so surprised they pulled it in a
Stonekeeper-
doorway.
Oh, that's it right
seems
there.
like a
Yeah, that's
terrible
the
idea.
boss.
And they're just dodging the cyclones like they're
It
nothing.
looked like they were just sitting in it. They didn't
Sandstorms.
care at all.
Yeah.
There's a chest right there they're ignoring because they're gamers.
Yeah,
Gamers?
so whenever I watch See You Next Circus go through these dungeons, I just think to myself, I wonder how many epics and rares have just been
Yeah.
lost to the ages because these teams aren't taking the time to loot. Also,
Hold up,
Ompi
Vidya,
using a
entering
demonic
back
rune
door.
out of combat just for pacing.
It's a lot of
Vidya just
mana.
entering back
It's a lot of
door,
mana.
by the way. Vidya has started on Obsidian Sentinel. They've gone straight through back door.
Oh, so you want to check over some Vidir enjoyers?
Do you have to do Ironaya also?
No, so that's
Thank
the one
God.
I wanted
noticed
to
they missed
include
that.
her because I think it's like kind of a fun RP thing. But Horde have to kill 3 extra dwarves to even get to the chest where the little cap is, and then trading in the current hardcore rule set, community rule set isn't allowed. So you have to be very careful when you're under the gun. You might get it on the wrong person and just be SOL.
That happened to me on my run last time, and we just couldn't do it because someone got it, and then the other person got the other part, and we were like, well, I guess we're screwed.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was
So, yeah,
wondering
for that
about that because
reason,
they went in that room and I was like, this seems like one of the rooms that you won, Paul, right? And then they weren't. They were just going off to the right.
Yeah.
These scorpions are terrifying, by the way. They have an earth shock type ability if you pull all of them, and they also can charge thrash. So if you pull all those scorpions and they group up on you, there's a good chance that they will one-shot up to a level 50 character. I only know that because I was healing a hardcore Uldaman once, and our mage got one-shot at level, at level 50.
A big pull with Revelosh for
Yes.
the Dare Enjoyers.
Wow, just barely made it.
Out.
This is a big pull.
Big pull incoming around the corner.
And just look at how calm everybody is, just hanging out, just waiting. And you slowly see this stream of angry trogs.
I wonder if they're gonna
running
social the
straight at
scorpions.
you.
They might.
Oh, they're not.
Looks like they're not.
Looks like they were going straight for the healer. Reizoku just took a nice little hit there.
Fade also sucks in vanilla.
Oh, we have a bit of an evade over here from Revelosh, it looked like, too.
They're taking a lot of damage.
Yeah,
Just
it's
some
not
flame
even a
tricks
threat
on it.
reduction ability in vanilla. It's just a threat delay.
Yeah, you get all the threat back, which you don't want. So you definitely need to fix something by the end of the fade, or you're gonna get chunked.
This is a close race. Look, we've got Vidir Enjoyers with two bosses down. We've got Ompi and no CC or CNX Circus is flying. They're one boss ahead. They're on to Galgan Firehammer next. Looks like
for almost 8 minutes.
Yeah, almost 8 minutes in the dungeon.
Whereas when you look at Chippawow's
2
team,
minutes.
they're 2 minutes 30 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, this is that room I was worried about.
Oh, which team?
Vidir,
Chippo?
CNX Circus.
Oh, okay, I got you.
They're in the Trog room. It should.
I will say we've got Dax over with Snakes just coming up in 2 minutes, also killing Ravalash with Obsidian Sentinel down. They are keeping pace right now.
Yeah, this is a very, very, very close circuit. This is a lot closer than I was thinking it was going to be, to be honest. So here we're watching Ompi with Vidir Enjoyers, the number one team in the circuit right now. They've had the best showing of speed throughout the circuits 1 and circuit 2.
Yeah, I think this is wise. They opt not to do a massive pulls here. These mobs are yellow now. There's just a lot of danger, and these runners can get away.
The number of
HPs are going
enrages
up.
alone. I mean, you've got Parla probably in mostly, if not full plate after all of this fishing. And he's still taking a chunk of damage.
Yeah, they're coming up to the point in their dungeon where you kind of don't want to be pulling everything. These guys hurt, especially the brawlers. Will absolutely truck your tank. The Geomancers, they do some flame shield. They do a flame strike, I think. And they just do, all these mobs do a lot of damage. You have to be careful here.
I like the difference in pull style. Like, the Giga pull with the owl. I would say CNX Circus kind of is in the middle ground here, and then some of the teams without mages just pulling one at a time, but killing very quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. Parla's getting dipped pretty low here before Calamity's just cooking full on, just big holy lights. I'm assuming. Parla's getting kind of trucked by these mobs.
Absolutely. Well, and I'm really interested to see after this how a player like Keksek, who hasn't gotten to play in these dungeons yet, he's just been chain dying, unfortunately. But now that he's in, and he's actually in a double healer comp.
Absolutely, yeah. So we have this big pull. They got Grimlock with this pull, it looks like.
All of it.
I don't even know if that was
Basilisk
intended.
stuns also.
Oh, dude,
so this
I don't
could
know.
be bad.
I don't know if that was
They're
intended.
all chunked pretty
I don't
low
think it
right
was
now.
at all.
I don't think this was intended. I think they're kiting out. Grimlock's got that lightning bolt that's rough.
No. They might recover it. The manas are looking a little low. Calamity's low.
Everyone's low.
Kexek's at 10%.
They
pulled some mobs behind now.
He's dipping very low.
Looks like Calamity's got she mana potted.
They
came
pulled
out.
2 more in the back.
Do we want to listen to these comms?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
They're just kiting.
Wing clipping.
Ompi out of mana.
Yeah, Big Hodge though. Big Hodge came out.
Starting to look better.
Evoing in the back.
He's got Evo.
Oh, okay, good call.
I think they're recovering.
We kick it actually.
I'm not taunting you.
Gamers.
Parla's getting chunked.
I'm getting owned. So
Yeah, no, fine. It's fine. Run.
They're
Just hit him
kiting.
with
There it
CS
is, there it
guys,
is.
which,
Yeah,
no,
they
doesn't
recovered.
miss threat.
Wow.
Yep. Ampy having to get out and run
Unbelievable.
away the second they are able to tell him, no, just run. You don't need to be tanking anymore. Wow.
Yeah,
What a
that's-
great
That was
recovery off
very
of a
impressive.
team. Making it look part of the plan. They kited right back to where they needed to be for the next pull. Well done.
The two
Yep.
extra at the back was not fun.
Oh, yeah.
Cargos went down? No.
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 Oh,
Jesus
my.
Christ.
Oh no.
Well, thank God for the second hunter.
Yeah. That's true.
You
He is
guys.
the only person I know who had 2 level 43s.
Does
Yeah,
anybody have a
Cargos-
clip of that?
I'm
I'm
gonna go
getting
back.
it,
I'm
I'm
going
getting
back
it.
to it right now. I don't know if he has instant. He does. Yeah. I got it. I got it right here. No way, dude. It's the same room. It's the same room.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's with Grimlock. Yeah, or just before.
Let's see what we got here.
saying. This room is
All right.
spooky.
I've got a
I've
clip
got
in.
I've got
got a-
comms on.
Oh, okay.
I've got comms on, so you guys can listen in.
Cargos gets pretty loud, by the way.
Okay, good call.
I've shot on once.
Yo, F's in chat for Cargos, the creator of hardcore, guys. Show some respect for the hardcore community out here pumping.
That's going to be a
Back on for a
big
second.
hit on No CC's last dungeon here.
I'm drinking here.
We pulled these two into boss whenever we have
Okay,
mana, okay?
Can you bring
ready? I'm gonna
your
drink this
sixth
full time. Let
in
me
to
just get full
replace
mana.
mid dungeon or no?
No, I don't think you
I'm
can.
in trouble, I'm 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 in trouble!
Oh, whoa, that happened fast. What? Hold on. What?
They just enraged, I guess. He was low health.
They're on
Yeah, they
him?
enrage when they get low.
I'm in trouble, 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 I'm in trouble!
He got, I think it was the crits. He just didn't want to crit there.
Oh, that's a rough one, guys.
What happened?
Oh my god,
Car
and over
goes
on
down.
Snakes, we've got a death too.
On which one?
Snakes?
Oh, Snakes. Someone
Second
died.
one went down.
we
A third!
That's a full
Oh,
white.
no.
Oh,
got a full
the
wipe.
whole team going down here.
It's the
on
same
Galgan
room.
Firehammer. No, that's Galgan. I think
Oh,
they
is that
pulled
Galgan?
back and pulled some trogs. Yeah, I think they must have been on Galgan and run back and pulled some
Dude.
trogs.
Oh no, Snakes are wild card.
Oh no.
Yo, F's in the chat, boys. We just. Oh no.
Suddenly, oh,
Can we go back in this
Uldaman is
VOD?
claiming some life.
Can we go back
The
in this
second
VOD?
Able to actually
Very
get
No.
nasty.
We'd have to get a clip. We'd have to get a clip from Dax.
They literally just died. Here, I'll go clip it.
The rogue is still. Well, the hunter survived. It was Fane. The rogue is still running
Okay.
out.
No way, dude.
So 3 deaths.
Oh my god. Okay, well we've got a. It's gonna be a close. It's gonna be a close run between Vadir and Joyers, who are almost to Grimlock's room. This seems to be like a terrifying room. And then we've got.
Yeah, this is teams are coming undone on this boss.
Yeah.
Phoenix
the
Circus
amount
is
of
trying to
damage from
do
the
a
brawl is
skip up the
ridiculous.
wall here.
Yeah, just click over to Ompy and he's missing Joe.
This is great.
They need a warlock to summon him up the stairs because he's a gnome.
Little mind soothe action.
Oh,
wow,
big
coming
play,
in
big
great.
play.
That's when you love having a priest.
Yeah.
Let's just hope they don't need to kite back.
So,
Seriously.
so we've got.
Again.
They should be pretty safe to the end now.
Yeah, but this is this is gonna be crazy because now you've got Cargos' team is gonna have to 4-man. That's tactic. This is Tactics' POV of Cargos' team, right? They're gonna have
just
to
sent you the
4-man the
snake
rest of
rip.
this dungeon. Oh, we got the snakes rip. Okay.
Mhm.
Ompy team CNX Circus is looking really, really good here. I think they're just gonna take it on the day, but
Yeah.
they've been in Ulda for 16 minutes, right? They have one boss left. Shippo and Vadir and Joyers has been in for 10 minutes and they have 2 bosses left. So they might actually come down to a pretty close comparable time with the dungeon. It depends. They'd really have to put the pedal to the metal, and these giga pulling this place is just not. I don't think it's on the menu.
Especially with this much self-inflicted damage from all of the sappers.
Yeah. Let me see if we can find the Team Snakes wipe. Here.
The Darren Joyers is entering that room that we just saw wipe in.
Here we have. Oh, this is big. Here, let's listen to the
Pretty short.
comms here.
Pretty short clip.
Follow me. I'm dead.
Oh no.
Oh, that's it, boys. Fuck. You try to kill it or
Yeah, and I think that was their healer that went down first.
Yeah.
And they just knew that they could not continue without it.
Are there no evade
Damn.
spots right there? It looks like they're.
They might have been trying to get one, but it's just strange they have the dwarf boss pulled and they're all the way around there. Were they trying to one pull all that?
Maybe it was an accidental one pull, or maybe.
But
No,
you
they're-
really
they're
have to drag
pretty-
him out.
they're
Like,
pretty
he's
darn
a long
far,
way
yeah.
away. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Can you click on C full? No, full video unavailable. Never mind.
Yeah, he doesn't
I
have
mean, you
instant
gotta
publish.
respect the ambition. That's all I
okay,
can
so
say.
Vidia are pulling to Grimlock now. They're pulling 2 packs. The bird is flying in.
This looks much more planned than the last one.
Yeah, target
Yeah.
dummies behind the pillar. It's
Yep.
genius.
Same size, but looks more deliberate.
Yeah.
So this is
There-
this
there go the
seems to
first
be
dynamites.
the most terrifying pull in the dungeon so far that we've seen.
Mhm.
Wow, they just deleted it.
Yeah.
God, Vidir is so sick.
Vidia doing Vidia things, isn't
Yeah.
it? Making it look
Three
very
mob
easy.
is just
Bro.
gone.
It's only 2 minutes after. I mean, I think Ombi's team was at 14 or 15 minutes almost when they did this pull, right?
Yeah.
What
I mean,
tank?
they got what
yeah,
tank?
Paladin tank, right, guys? No CC's dead?
No.
Lizzie, you trying to run out?
Yeah.
Oh, on the ancient stone
Oh
keeper.
my god.
What happened?
Bobka dead. Tactics dead.
They got sandstormed.
Oh,
Bobka's never
my
died in
God.
hardcore before.
Well,
Well,
Oh no.
can we watch this clip? Tactics has to have.
you should be able to from Bobka's channel.
Oh, yeah, Bobka has it too. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here's this. Tactics just stayed live this whole time. Holy. Lil, why are they starting at 50% health here? What's go?
Speed, man.
So Cargos is dead. He's out of the
Play to
dungeon.
win.
Right?
Les is dying. Les is dying.
Oh.
He's at 1%.
Oh, dude.
He's debuffed. He's dead.
Oh, dude. Les died.
Oh no.
man. And then Dusty is offline. Maybe they had a DC?
No, I think
No.
Dusty just logged off after he died.
Why is this not?
Full team wipe.
So this is Cargos dying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then a few minutes later, they get
They
to
just
the
said,
this
send it.
room,
See how fast
right?
we can go. We've lost one.
Oh my god.
Turned out to be a more exciting day than I think we could have ever imagined.
Yeah, amazing.
Wait, I can't
Getting a lot of
even.
very, very seasoned players here
Okay,
in this dungeon.
Someone only see if you can find a clip. I can't find it.
Oh yeah, no, I got you, brother.
Right now we're watching CNX Circus just pumping through the dungeon. They have 20 minutes in Uldaman so far. They're almost down to the last boss here.
They're just taking it slow down the ramp. This is totally the way to go. There's no point right now in making extreme risks, and pulling 2 of these packs at the same time just doesn't really get you all that much.
Yeah, and I'm sure that their people are coming into the chat saying, "Yo, these other teams just died. Like you're pretty much gonna be fine if you just take your time from this point."
Mhm.
Is
Yeah.
Vidir still
Yeah,
alive?
as soon as
Yes.
you know that, it's they can pretty much just coast along. As long as no disaster happens on the final boss, which you never know it could. He's a high level.
Yeah, he's 3
so
levels
they
above
should
the.
He's orange
They
for
went out.
them, so it should be fine, but
He also
We'll see
summons
how they pull it
ads.
too.
he does.
There is
Yeah,
a
they're
number of strategies for Arcades.
Mhm.
They might do them upstairs. They might just do
Parla
them in the
did
room.
them.
They might have
So
the
no
hunter kite up
CC
and down the ledges.
No CC died to the ancient stonekeeper.
there you go.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
This was a bloodbath. Absolutely.
Bobka hops on his second rogue.
Oh, geez, dude. Cargos does have a backup. Bobka has a backup. Graze, I'm sure, is leveling. Dustbone is probably not going to want to level another shop.
Oh
Yeah.
no, he just rezzed. That's what he did.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like they're just fighting him in the room here. Everyone's walked in. Trap goes down. Yeah, they're just going to be doing it here. No moving about upstairs or anything like that.
Too much time lost letting it run up the ramp and everything.
Oh, this is going to
Yeah,
be some.
I feel like the strategy when he's red and you're a
Yeah,
lot lower. You're
yeah,
like
they're
level
high enough
40,
level that they can take it
42.
normally. I think you're right.
Yeah, this will be interesting seeing the final counter here. So no CC's out of the picture, right? We've got CNX Circus and Vindir Joyers, the 2 top teams of the entire circuit thus far, and it'll be interesting to see the final time here for Uldaman for both of these teams.
All right, I got the no CC clip. I'll send it your way in just a minute.
Perfect. Yeah. Even Snakes went down. Yeah, our wild card team went down, which is very, very, very unfortunate. We still have Super Lethal Outstanding Warriors, though, in 4th place. It'd be nice to see where they're at.
The Daring Warriors is 7 minutes
Ahead.
Yeah, 15,
ahead.
16 minutes versus
That
22:30.
seems a lot of time that they're
I mean,
ahead of.
Yeah, so one thing that I noticed from Circus was that they were making their way down this last hallway toward Arcades or Arcadis, one pack at a time. Whereas I can't imagine Vidir and Jors not deciding, oh, we'll just take them all at once.
Can we get some F's in the chat for tactics just rated into us? Warrior Giga Chad of Team No CC.
Speaking of,
show
check your DMs, Winky.
Show some love for the community. Yeah, I got the DM there. So we've got final time was 21:45 or 22:45 for Vidir. It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, 22:45.
45.
So that's a solid showing, you guys. Let's get some W's in the chat for our good friends See You Next Circus today. They did a great job. They're gonna get all this
convincing win. It was fast and steady wins the race. It turns out.
Yeah, fast and steady wins.
Yeah, they will certainly be taking the 1st place on the full circuit time. Well done to them. I mean, I don't think we're going to see another team finish for maybe 3-4 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, but
they get rock by or anything.
But then again, we got the ring. Vidir down here is at 17 minutes right now, and they're working their way to the boss. This could be a very comparable time spent here. Yo, shout outs to Cargos, guys. Cargos with the raid coming in. F's in the chat for our good old friends, dude. That's a rough one, guys. You hate to see it. You absolutely hate to see it.
Absolutely.
We're going again though, right? We'll see you next circus.
See you next circus, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, see you next circuit.
There you go.
Got 2 weeks. Go on Fiverr. Get someone to level a shaman for dust mode. As of now, it looks like no reroll. Oh man, I don't know. I think they go again, right? Those are some titans of the hardcore community. They can't not go again. Here, we can get some comms over here from Vidir if you guys like.
You can pull one ready.
Yeah, go.
Oh, there's more of this. When they stack.
Yeah, I'm hoping to find the RFD clear time for Vidir. It's the only thing I'm missing so far.
Gonna mana pot here.
Yeah, just 10.
Did we watch the full clip of their wipe?
No, not yet. I wanted to. We can watch that now. Actually, I see someone in chat saying what is in Circuit 4? Sunken Temple, Maradon, all 3 wings of Maradon, Zulfarak, and I believe one other.
No, that's it.
Oh, that's it. Okay,
it's the only one with 3 dungeons, but well warranted. Those are 3 harrowing dungeons.
Yeah, that's
Mara's gonna be really fun.
Oh yeah.
Well, all of the 2 teams that live long enough to make it there will be it'll be a tight race, I'm sure. Let me pull up the clip here. I've got the clip of we're on cam, boys. Put your clothes on, stay clothed, but we have the no CC death clip here. So Cargos died before this.
I'm surprised that the other team as well fought the Ancient Stonekeeper in a narrow space. It seems like a really bad idea.
There's a
like
lot
the
of
one thing that kills you is the whirlwind.
Trying to get this clip to come in good, but it's just
click the little scroll wheel thing, and then at the bottom
tried.
Right, doesn't
no.
Force it to.
I can't move. I'm dead.
Willie, is that you? That is Willie.
I need a heal. Oh, I'm dead.
He's silenced. It's the silence. Ugh.
The silence. So did Bobka scream? Shoutouts to Bobka for not just vanishing.
I mean, what use is vanishing,
Yeah, what do you get out of it, right?
Team sport.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's a team effort.
Dude, they're here 2 minutes faster. I mean, if they pump this boss, There's a good chance here.
Experience shows that they will pump this boss.
Yeah, no tank. You got 1 extra DPS. You're chilling.
Go back to Kagras' death. We can watch it all once the teams are fully cleared here. Dead teammates do have to re-roll before the next circuit if they choose to. Yes, that is a thing that they would have to do. You cannot sub out your teammates between circuits, so you have to re-roll from level 1. A lot of teams leveled backup characters in case their main character died, but some of those backup characters died. So
think of the content.
Hardcore.
Yeah, it's kind of the moniker, of the hardcore, right? This is going to be a tight one. They might honestly have the same Uldaman time that
Really close. What was their time? 21:57.
22:45.
Oh, okay.
Was CNX Circus. So
Maybe not
Vidir, if they can burn here in less than a minute and kill Arcadus, then they're good.
Might just be able to do that by the look of it.
Do you get points based off like time ahead, or is it just flat first place, second place, third place?
You get points for how far ahead you are.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's where the parse comes into play.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we do all that during
30 seconds ahead. 35.
Yeah, solid showing. Great showing. They went backdoor, right? Vidir?
Yeah, what is that? A 22:40?
They did, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
22:10. That's what it looks like.
So 22:10.
Yeah, 22:10.
22:10. Yeah, so 35 seconds ahead. So that's Vidir taking Uldaman by 35 seconds. I got the RFD times. It looks like Circus was able to take RFD by 20 seconds.
Oh, so they're close.
Mm-hmm.
What about Sky? Did we look into Scarlet Monastery at all?
Yeah, so Cathedral, Circus took it by 10 seconds. Armory, Vidir took it by 16 seconds.
So Vidir wins on time per instance, but was slower in between.
Yes.
Yeah,
so they each won 2 of them, but Vidir took a little bit longer overall, given their increased travel time.
If anyone in the chat is interested, by the way, in seeing how these points play out, you can visit hardcoreallstars.com or do !HCAS in the chat, and we will update our leaderboard as we get these times put in. We've got the leaderboard here. You can click on the event. You can watch all of the events live currently on Twitch. You can see here. I'll zoom out so you guys can see a little better. Well, or not. There's a lot going on here. We're getting streamception here. Let's click on Calamity, right? There you go. So you can click on the teams on the left or on the right side, choose the team you want to watch. It's basically Netflix. You can just click on here, Snakes. You can see Ray's playing. Click on here. If you want to go see Bankai Boys, and their entire team is dead now. But if you want to watch Showbeck, click on Showbeck, watch him play some CSGO. The usual, right? hardcoreallstars.com. Pretty solid website.
Bobka is running around naked in Searing Gorge now.
Oh, Bobka.
He's dooming.
You're just contemplating.
Yo, wonderful showing from the Deer Enjoyers again, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, our good friend Chippo, wow. I'm gonna do a shout out for Chippo. The Deer Enjoyers is blasting through these dungeons. Okay, Chippo streams for like 10 people. Can we go follow Chippo? Can we all give Chippo a lovely follow on the twitch.tv/ChippoWow and just pump up their team? They put in so much time and effort in this, and it's all for the love of the community and the love of the game and just enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go back and watch the Cath poll again of both Vidir and CNX Circus today. Chippo also has won back-to-back 2 mock Garage, which are duel to the death tournaments. He finally got bested by Bobka in the Rogue tournament, which was amazing. So shout outs to Chippo, you guys. Go give him some follow. Go give him a GG's. Great showing from the Deer Enjoyers today. Great showing from CNX Circus as well, with Ompy, Calamity, swapping out Peter with Ellen, and then Ellen for Peter, and Keksek, Parla. Everyone loves that whole team. Who's still playing? We got Snakes is dead.
Comment. Yeah, so we've got Manic over at Backdrops are back.
Yep.
We've got Gordon Ramsay over with Slow.
Slow still pumping
as well. Slow is still pumping. We've got Cheesy Goodness on Zug Life, 4-manning, about to finish up RFD.
Yeah.
And then our good friend Flip Mode actually putting up some respectable numbers on time for their Uldaman clear. They're at 18 minutes. They've got 2 bosses left: Ancient Stonekeeper and Arcadus.
Pull up flip mode here. Got flip mode. Shoutouts to flip mode. So the cool part about these dungeons is that, sure, you might not be in the top 3 or 4 teams to clear the dungeons, right? But just the fact that you are clearing them as a team, looks like they have Linkit Trolls DC'd. But these teams are still getting points. They're still working towards the future. We just saw Snake's team, they're in 5th place and no CC, full wipe, right? That's your 3rd place team and your 5th place team in the entire circuit bracket removed, right? So if you're playing, if you're in 4th place and you're playing slow, you're Gordon Ramsay, you're on team slow, right? Your 4th place just went up to 3rd by default because no CC just died. They're getting no points for this circuit because they didn't complete they didn't complete the full circuit of dungeons, right? The team slow stands for Super Lethal Outstanding Warriors, and they just got bumped up to 3rd place in the overall tournament. Yeah, we will watch the wipes at the end as well. So it's actually very, very, very. Yeah, you don't have to be the biggest brain, fastest, immolation oil farming team to still come in and place a respectable area of the game. Really exciting.
Yeah, it's just all the different ways to play it. I mean, you can go farm chests in Ashara for however long, but if you just play pretty clean, understand the dungeons, what different mobs do, don't overdo it, then you can get through them as well. And who knows, that it might be a team that does that wins.
Yeah.
These teams that are in 1st and 2nd are doing some risky stuff. And if one person dies, especially as the levels go up and up each circuit, it's becoming a bigger investment to climb back up and help your team again.
Yeah. Looks like we got Table Slam out here grinding some mobbies. I don't know if they're finished.
I don't think they finished. I don't think they did Uldaman.
Yeah, I think they may have had to call it, knowing that they weren't able to quite get in their full strategy and go forward with confidence without that mage.
Yo, shoutouts to Parla. Thank you for the raid, bro. Great work today, Parla. See you next circus was insane. The times you guys were putting up.
That poll at the Knoll Kobold. What are they? Trog? The Trog boss. Ugh.
Yeah, that terrifying. You see the mechanical dragon link coming out on Alenia's team. Like and subscribe over here. Some of the Donna wins over here, by the way. Honestly, one of the only teams that we've seen with a warlock. Not many teams are running warlock in these circuits.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you think about it, you kind of don't want to cross over too many people rolling on items, do you?
No, not at all.
And I mean, there's a team, one of the best teams in the group doesn't have a mage, but yeah, it tends to be if you have a caster, it's usually the mage, just because having uncapped AoE is pretty good, as it turns out.
Absolutely. Shoutouts to Alenia too, longtime member of the hardcore community. He's been around for a long time, did a lot of mod work, runs the Reddit actually for the hardcore community as well. Alenia's a wonderful human being. And Donovan actually on the warlock died at level, I want to say 36 in Stranglethorn Vale, and went again and got back to level for today's circuit. So shoutouts to Donovan for showing up, which is amazing. And then we've got Deslol not doing anything. You hate to see it. Manic with the Giga Ultra most widest screen monitor I've ever seen in my entire life.
I'm looking into the
Matrix. In real life, right? The monitor. Sure.
Yeah. This has to be
one of them.
You got to be laying down, right?
It's a 360 monitor. He has to turn his chair.
Just
you
sit
see,
around.
Look at all the mini map. Everything's in the middle of the screen because the monitor is just so big.
It's so wide. I swear it's like giving me the sense that I'm in a fishbowl view, but I know that it's not wrapping around. It's just, even with this, it's an optical illusion.
Yeah, it's crazy. I have a feeling Manic has one of those chairs from Grandma's Boy, the movie, where he like sit in it, you lean back, right? And then the monitor is just like a giant 180 around your character.
You
I feel like I need 3D glasses watching this stream.
Yeah.
I wish you could do something with these bars on top and bottom, like via OBS or something. You could put some logos there or whatever
Super
you want.
distracting logos.
Sell them to Twitch for extra ad space.
Cargos would be very proud of how wide this monitor is. He's a big widescreen enjoyer. Look how small
the map is.
The map is so tiny.
It's a double wide. It's like a triple wide.
What resolution is this?
All of it.
All of it.
It's also
It's all of it. Let's go back to Gordon Ramsay, a respectable 1920 by 1080 enjoyer.
Mm-hmm. I gotta say, congratulations though to Zuglife for finishing up, even with a 4-man.
Yeah,
putting up good numbers today.
Yeah, Zuglife. I was really concerned whether or not they were going to play, and I'm really happy that they are. And they're getting points. Hey, Zuglife is 4-manning. Guess what? They're getting more points than our third place team, No CC, because they're actually going to finish the dungeons at this rate. Hopefully. We'll see. We'll find out.
Feels bad to full wipe in your last dungeon, not even making it to the end.
Yeah, it's a rough one for sure.
Mm.
I would like to bring in some people from the performing teams today, the people that have already finished the dungeon runs. Maybe they can give us a little bit of an insight on what they did while we watched the other teams cleaning up their final dungeons. Yeah, No CC full wiped. They are gone. There's talk about them not even coming back. I'm not sure. They should. Let's be real. They need to.
You got to go for a walk and contemplate, and then you can decide.
Realize you want to play again.
Fair.
You know.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me see if we got any.
Yeah, I can make a new character.
All the fishing.
I will say also for future events, if you want to be watching and being able to scroll through all the different POVs similar to what Winky's been doing, you can go to hardcoreallstars.com/event page. And it basically looks like YouTube. It's that easily navigable. You can just click on a team, boom, all of the characters will show up, showing their class, their profession that they've chosen, and if they're online or offline. And then you can pop into their streams, watch all of your favorite streamers all in one place.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure only if you can round up some people that want to hang out and talk. Maybe get a little Chippo Wow, maybe a little Ompy, Parla, maybe, possibly. I don't know. Sub, whatever you guys are looking for. Get people on a call. Maybe they can give us some insights on what they're pulling here.
Willie and Jordy, were there any polls that you want to know more about? Any teams you want to get to know a little bit? I'm happy to, round up some usual suspects or some
I think I want to.
Suspects.
I definitely want to hear about the one poll and like how they developed it, and then I want to hear about CNX Circus's recovery on that big poll with Grimlock, and then maybe the routing on why they decided to do RFD or Scarlet Monastery first.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as like why'd they pick the way they did, and sort of what went to plan, what didn't go to plan, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm sure they'll be able to tell us.
Yeah, I know we had Parla in the chat. Is Parla still around? We can always get him in here.
Yeah, I can try and get a hold of Chippo. That poll was sick, by the way. The Mage Ice Block Light of a Loon.
That was really. I mean, as much as CNX Circus's poll was impressive, I feel like I was just cringing and on the edge of my seat for that first one. It was so cool, so clean, so fast, so easy.
I don't see Parla in the chat. Let me see if I can shoot some DMs over. Right now we are watching good old Gordon Ramsay. They had a late start on the day, but they're still doing great. They're putting up a great time. They're only 11 minutes into Uldaman, and they only have 2 bosses left.
Yeah, how many minutes did they have to start late because of the lockout issue?
Oh,
it was about 15 minutes late.
Yeah. Very unfortunate, but if they still finish and put up a good time, then it's fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to be honest,
the times you finish these dungeons in are far more important than how long it takes you to finish the whole circuit. That's not to say the points don't matter, but this is a dungeon speedrunning competition at the end of the day.
Yeah, and their time looks really competitive. They've got Ancient Stonekeeper left and Arcadus, so there's a few minutes for Stonekeeper and then 5 or 7 for Arcadus. I think they're looking at a good time.
This team has been in 4th, 5th, 6th place pretty consistently on every dungeon so far in the World Tour. And they've been looking for their opportunity to really break forward and jump into that front 3. You know, it doesn't look like it's coming the way they thought it would, but
Yeah.
you know, this could be their ticket in.
I mean, it's hardcore. Death
Absolutely.
is the end.
This is
So-
actually a really interesting look from Gordon's perspective. We can see that they're trying to make sure that they line up all the patrols. These stone stewards can pull a ton of extra mobs. That's what we saw ended up killing Tactics team. So being able to mark out all of these mobs and pull exactly what they want when they want, you can see mobs coming in from all the way across the room. That's going to be the big difference maker in how clean these pulls actually look.
I would also kind of like to talk to No CC and Snakes and get some insight on what went wrong and where it went wrong, because these are teams that full wiped, which is very unfortunate. I don't know. I don't want to rub salt in a wound. Like, if no one wants to join the call, right? Because of course it just happened, right? But it would be interesting.
Absolutely. I know Dax has joined us before. I can shoot him a little message. Any POV from the OCC you want to talk to?
Any one of them, preferably not Bobka though, because he's probably throwing things against the wall. And
all right, I'll get the exact opposite.
Yeah,
it's kind of like
I've got and Chippo's down to join right now. I can drag him up when you guys are ready.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here, I'll bring him in.
Tell me about that time that the school bully beat you to a pulp. It's like, I don't really think I want to do that.
Oh, only you need
I
to.
wouldn't blame them.
You need to drag him up. I can't.
Okay. I don't know why. But
sure. Well, hey, you know. And then you might gotta unserver mute him.
Oh, I already gave him permissions to talk in here. Here, hold on.
Good.
Connect, speak, save changes.
I can pull
there we go. How's it going, Dan?
Hey, it's going good. Going good. Just about recovered from a few heart attacks.
Yeah. So how did it go today? We saw how it went, but like, how did it go for your team? What was the dynamic? What was the plan? You know, did anything go to or against plans? What's cracking here?
So I would say both SM wings were great. They pretty much went perfectly to plan, and we were sort of feeling very confident. Then kind of the stress levels just kind of increased as we went through RFD and Ulda. We had a couple of mess ups in RFD, so I don't think our time was that great there. But and then Ulda, we had a couple of close calls. So it definitely didn't go to plan, either RFD or Ulda. I think we still did pretty well. We kind of adapted. So yeah, kind of first half was great. Second half was pretty spicy.
Dude, this one pull in Cathedral was sick.
Did you guys all pop Light of Balloon? What happened? Because it looked like nobody took any damage, which was just remarkable.
So yeah, so the idea was everyone except the Paladin, who could just bubble, pops Light of Balloon. The Rogue didn't even pop it because it died so fast that he didn't need to. But yeah, like I would say half the team used their lights to fill in right there.
It's like a Fairlino one pull like we used to do in Nax, and it's like it was just so clean, and unless you knew exactly what was going on, it just looked simple, but it was so not. It was very complicated. Really cool.
How terrified was your mage?
Gnome's like a pretty cool customer. I think he was probably more chill than the rest of us, to be honest. He's played mage for a long time.
That is insane. There were two teams that we saw that pulled off the one pull, and it was you guys and it was CNX Circus, and you both used different strategies. It was interesting. You have a Paladin, but you opted not to do the bubble pull.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly what they did. Did they do a bubble pull into Blizzard, or how did that work?
So they used their Paladin with an invis pod to get all the way through the Cathedral, and then they smacked the boss, got on top of one of those candles behind the altar, which is an evade spot. All the Cathedral got to that, and then they just jumped down with bubble.
Oh, cool! I'll have to check that out after. Yeah, I didn't know about that strat, to be honest. We just kind of went full send every like CD we had, just full Zug.
And so you were clearly focused up and like pushing through these dungeons. Were you being told that these other teams were dying in Uldaman?
So I only checked my chat like between dungeons, and we did have our sub kind of checking how the other teams were doing. So I only heard like halfway through Ulda that no CC wiped, for example, or the other teams were dying in Ulda. But we were so focused on like staying alive ourselves that we just tried to kind of focus on our own game.
Yeah, that's insane. Gnome's in chat saying he didn't even practice the poll. Dude just ran straight in.
Imagine.
Press W, go
I
in.
would have been shaking in my boots. No way.
Yeah, that's terrifying. Yeah, other than the one poll in Cath, did you guys have any close calls in Ulda? Your Grimlock poll was probably the cleanest of the polls in Uldaman that we've seen. Grimlock room has been terrifying us.
Yeah, Grimlock was clean. Our Stonekeeper was an accidental body pull. I was hoping to pull him without all the ads, but we handled it okay. Actually, the scariest point I think was the I forget the name, like the dwarf boss. He just hit way harder than we were expecting, and I don't think we were full mana for the pull. I was just like taking it quite lightly, and we were all like 50% at the end of that fight. That was pretty scary.
I think this is the Grimlock pull. I'm trying to find it on stream.
Yeah, I think you're
wearing
about
many
a
hats.
minute behind.
I know we've got the poll here.
Winky, you're telling me you don't have a production person?
Hey,
Crazy.
listen, we do it all live, chat. One's in chat if you think the production has been kind of all right today, you know, because we're just doing this off the fly, guys. We're doing the best we can. We're vibing.
It's almost like you're doing this as like an act of passion.
Yeah, right.
A love for the community or something. You're crazy, man.
Yeah, put 16 figures of the numerical version of pi in chat if the production's been all right. No, it's amazing. Do you have anything you want to say, Chippo, or any shout outs, any threats to competitor? I mean, to be honest, the competitors are dying. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know the full story yet. I'm really happy. I'm really excited to go and watch all the POVs. I do want to shout out just my team in general. Like, I'm not sure if people realize, but our team is not like a full sort of pre-made team. Our tank we found in the Looking for Group channel, and he's been an absolute gem. So I'm just really proud of how we did. We're not speedrunners. We're just like hardcore players, and we have, I guess, pretty high, kind of a higher risk tolerance than your average team, and it's worked out so far. So yeah, I'm really excited for the next circuits. It's been a really fun tournament to be part of.
So is a paladin tank actually a tank, or is it just, do you guys just call it the tank?
He is a tank. When we like pull Strat Undead, you'll see he's a real tank.
Oh, you're already planning Strat Undead. That's final circuit. Like you're planning that far ahead.
I mean, not in minute detail, but yeah, I think a paladin tank there is by far the best we can have. We don't need a warrior.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel it. Well, hey, if you want to stick around, I'm not sure if we have anyone else lined up to jump on the call. I do want to talk to NoCC or Snakes, some of the other teams that didn't have very fortunate runs.
Snakes unfortunately won't join us. They are all taking a beat, very understandably. I shot a message in the NoCC Discord. They have yet to respond. I think that they're doing VOD review maybe. But
Yeah,
hopefully one of them will be up for joining in.
Calamity is down to jump in for some CNX Circus comms.
Yeah, as the person who pulled off the Cath 1 poll for that team, I'd love to get them in as well.
Totally.
But yeah. Wow, Dan, thank you so much for coming in here. Again, it's always so much fun watching you guys. You make it look easy. You guys are just cool as cucumbers.
Thanks very much, guys. I'll see you next time.
Absolutely.
All right, we got Calamity in here. We have some big Calamity from See You Next Circus coming in. This is our #1 placing team in the circuit currently. If you guys are interested in checking out the leaderboards, you can go to !HCAS or just go to hardcoreallstars.com and you can see all the POVs of all the runners, as well as the leaderboard of the past circuits. The circuit times this time will be up once we do VOD review for all of these teams. So while we do that, we're watching Gordon Ramsay. They're going to the last boss. That's actually incredible. Team Slow, the 15-minute late start is clearing Arcadis. And they're potentially at a good time.
Yeah, they're looking at a potential 3rd place time. But anyway, we've got Calamity in here from CNX Circus with the fastest clear time for Circuit 3, taking home 1st place for 2 dungeons, both SM Cath and RFD. So Calamity, how are you feeling after that win? I know that you guys weren't sure about anything other than SM Cath, but yeah, what's going through your brain? What do you think led to such a stellar performance today?
Yeah, hello, good morning, gamers. Honestly, it's all Peter because he plans everything right, and like he had all these like jump skips planned, all the huge evade spots. Like we had no practice though this time, zero practice. It was all blind. Even the cathedral pull, I didn't know what I was doing till the day of.
I'm trying to
So that was
find that
terrifying.
cathedral pull right now. By the way,
That-
it's
That pull was like
crazy.
you
Both
were
cathedral
running.
pulls.
You
Just
were like
send it.
running through traffic, and then you had to jump onto the dividing median in order to survive at full
Yeah,
speed.
it was pixel perfect. With like
It
1
was,
second left. It was insane.
no, thank you. That was amazing.
so. How did you get in there without pulling any of the trash until you jumped onto the light stand?
Invispot.
Oh, I see now. 'cause
Our
I was like,
only
where
good
is
one the entire time.
So
we
here's
botched
Calamity.
every other one.
You botched every other practice attempt,
Yep.
and this is just the one that worked out. You love to see it. You love to see it.
Was there any thought to like maybe we don't do this because we can't get it right, or you just
So there's
like
the
send
Invispot.
it?
We're just sending it. We're just
Yeah,
going.
you just send it. I love it.
Yep, Invispot. Calamity runs straight in. You have to land the jump onto the like little torch thing. And
Listening to
then,
My POV?
comms,
yeah. Link
Yeah.
it.
we were listening to comms as you were doing it, and it sounded a little bit. Everyone sounded a little bit scared, which was so exciting. And then boom.
I was shaking. It was so nerve wracking.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, then you bubble jump down into the. It's so cool seeing the two different techniques because it's pretty much the same team comp as Vidir Enjoyers in many ways, but the way you guys handled this was way different than the way they handled it.
I linked you, Winky.
Why did you swap Ellen in for Peter?
So Ellen's our engineer. She had mortar, big dynamite, and target dummy. And we needed the dummy. You'll see her in a second.
Okay, so we've
That's
got
what we figured. Just wanted to be sure.
Calamity Pally
Oh.
POV.
The
Look
evade.
at 'em
Oh my
stack it
god.
up. That is scary.
Yeah, are you terrified at this point, or you just know that you're
So,
gonna be able to bubble?
An extra like little known fact. If I'm up there for 10 seconds, they evade and despawn.
Yeah.
So I have to jump down within 9 seconds.
Oh, so
wow.
it's a race to positioning then for the rest of your
Yep.
team.
I see. So I was really curious what Ompi was counting down to, but it was for Ellen to pop that target dummy.
Yep.
So you could know when you could run away. That's really smart.
Yeah, it was
And we
really
bopped
fun.
the dummy as well, which is really
Yeah.
cool.
Yes.
And then is it at this point where you've got every single person other than Ellen, of course, just spamming Oil of Immolation? You're just
Yep.
trying to pump out as much DPS as possible.
It's the most numbers I've ever seen in my life. It was so fun.
I can imagine. Yeah, it's. I mean, I'm sure that you guys figured it out going through some practice runs. 42 mobs inside
Pompous
the
Blizzard
cathedral.
was ticking for 69, which we
Yeah.
all enjoyed very much.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, lots of
absolutely.
nices in the chat came out. I also see Suburbatron in the chat just pointed out something that isn't something that's done very often as paladins, where you bop target dummies in dungeons. It works.
We still
out.
do that in Old War. We still
Yeah,
use
so
them.
Yeah.
when you bop dummies, they still do their taunt. So it's still just like it's an immune free damage thing.
Yeah,
That's crazy to me.
Also, we did 0 practice, by the way. None, no practice.
that's insanity.
Just understand how to play the game, and yeah, easy. Sure.
It was
just
all
send it.
in theory. In
Just
theory, it
get
should work.
good.
Yeah. If
Now-
we die,
now,
we die.
Did you get? I'm sure you had people in your chat telling you what happened with other teams once you started Uldaman.
I got bits and pieces, but not like I've not even like watched many of the clips yet.
The so Snakes went down in Uldaman, and so it's the 5th place team, and NoCC went down in Uldaman, so our 3rd place team. So right now it looks like it's your team, Vidir Enjoyers, and actually Super Lethal Outstanding Warriors, aka Slow Gordon Ramsay, are currently leading the charge of the Hardcore All Stars World Tour circuit events.
That's crazy.
And that's overall points. That's this. There's going to be a pretty big shakeup here. Oh, sweet, you got a clip.
You guys
for that
need
too.
to not die.
That's why we ran 2 healers. Like that's the plan, right? Just stay alive.
Because that last circuit has to have people in
Yeah,
it.
is this the Grimlock poll that went kind of sideways?
There were so many sideways pulls. This is the ancient Stonekeeper who does big silence on the entire group because we accidentally pulled him. It was not intentional.
No, Vidir did the same thing. It was a body pull.
Mm-hmm. I swear, I figured that this would be the most dangerous boss. I didn't think Grimlock would be as dangerous as it was, but seeing no CC go down to this, seeing like our other two huge top teams, pull him accidentally, and look at this damage
Carla
going out
dipping
on
to
your team. I
2%.
mean, you guys must have been so thankful after this moment. Of course, I'm sure your minds were blank in the moment, but after this moment to say, "Wow, we had a double healer comp, and it
Yeah, I
really
mean, if
paid
it was
off this
single
week."
healer, we die here because I was right?
hmm
From land
Yeah, you had to
dancing.
lay on hands there. Yeah.
The first
was,
one all
close.
tournament.
That's terrifying. These runs are amazing. What are you guys looking forward to about the next circuit? Are you looking, which dungeon do you
We've
want to
not
do?
even looked into it yet. We have no idea.
No? Off the top, I'm going to say Maradon's going to be nasty.
Maradon's gonna be fun, yeah, but I have no idea. I'm trying to find the RFD clip for you guys because we botched a jump there.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you guys had, I guess, a number of recoveries. I mean, we didn't notice this this botched pull for the Ancient Stonekeeper, but that fall in RFD, the Grimlock mistake pull. I mean, we watched you guys live kite it out, and it was incredible
Oh my
seeing you guys
God.
recover from that.
Carla's so low.
I know it was
Yeah.
just it was a great time getting to see, despite these mistakes, you guys coming out with some fantastic performances. I mean, having that fall on RFD and still taking first place by about 10 seconds in that
Yep.
dungeon.
Right now we're watching. We see Flip Mode's team over here chilling with my favorite team name in the entire thing. Where's Kyle? Best team name ever.
Yep.
Um,
They were originally having a different name, some like Cats of Tarmusi or something.
mhm.
I know that I'm getting it wrong, but then one of their teammates named Kyle wasn't able to play with them due to some IRL issues. They initially had a turtle who they had named Kyle, and I think that
Yep.
their hunter has been renaming every pet
Smart.
to Kyle.
Yeah, right now they're
in
four manning.
memory.
It looks like their player that DC didn't make it back, so they're four manning. We've got a Nom Nom over here. Nom Nom's team is also four manning, so they're gonna probably see a slower Uldaman clear, but at least we're getting points, right? Hopefully Nova can AOE mage his way back to the correct level before the next bracket.
Gordon's
We've got
team's
long shot
done.
here. Looks like they're. I don't know if they called it or if they're done. We'll have to go back and ask the Goldshire Gangstas.
25:40 final Uldaman time. That's pretty great.
So that's our third team we've actually seen finish, right?
Yep.
Yeah, there we go. We got Gordon done 25. Yeah, 25. That's only 3 minutes slower than the top team.
Thank you, Calamity. Winky, if you check your DMs, you've got that RFD fall.
Yes, I'm gonna
can go
pull it
look
up
at.
right here. I'm checking in. Alenia's about to finish up, so they'll be our fourth team to finish.
Nice. But yeah,
And then,
Calamity,
yeah,
so
Dez is
I'm really
done.
interested. Like I got sent maybe, I don't know, an hour or two before today's circuit, this jump that you guys plan to do, and it looked amazing. But I'm curious, like, if you guys fall, is it just Calamity does the jump again, or given that I think it
So,
requires Nifty, like, did you
It
have to change
requires
your
Nifty.
strategy?
I made it back up there in time for a second attempt, and I missed it twice. I'm so sad. at myself.
Oh no way!
See, I run back and still make it. I was like 1 pixel off. I think it was so sad.
But you're not pulling anything, but yeah. Huh.
You gotta lower your frame rate. The old Ompy trick. You gotta like drop the frame rate down to 1.
I wish
Ooh,
we had practice
and-
because like there was no way for me to know like where exactly to stand. For example, like I
With-
wish I had some sort of reference for where to stand at.
Nifty expiring, you can't make the jump again. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's GG.
Yeah. That's rough.
This is all an in theory pull, so it's like, yeah.
Yikes. So what ended up happening? Because we were watching a bunch of teams do the much shorter dungeon of SM Armory, so we didn't get to watch how your team actually followed up and changed tactics to continue through this dungeon at a quick pace.
We just hop back down because the mobs evade, right? They don't volley. We just hop back down and went through normally.
Okay.
It was like what, a 10-second time loss tops.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
great showing overall.
We're checking out Nom Nom over here. We're just keeping up with the teams that are going. If you're playing and you weren't on a team that we were featuring today, it's because I didn't have a link to your stream. So if you provide the links, we'll do some stuff. Calamity, is there anything you want to say before we try and swoop up? I would love to get the POV of a team that experienced extreme loss today. I know that's very F's in chat of me to do, but you know.
Yeah, no, I just want to say this
is
is like the most hyped circuit by far. I think it was so much fun for the players and viewers. There was so much going on. I'm excited for the rest of them because it's only more scary from here, right?
That's very true.
Oh,
Hell
it's-
yeah.
Yeah. How many teams?
Mara is gonna be so rowdy.
Give us a guess, Calamity. The final finale, circuit, what is it? Circuit 5, right? How many teams do you think are going to be competing?
I think 3 teams is my guess.
3 teams?
For
I
the
think,
final circuit, yeah, three teams.
do you think it's going to be you, Vadir, and Slow?
If I had to guess, but I think Vadir might also die somehow. They're just doing so much risky stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
And just as my opinion, as I don't know what their strats are, my opinion is their team comp is very bad for the final circuit. Not having a real tank can go very poorly.
Now they do have a
They have a
druid.
paladin tank.
They have a pally. They
sounded very,
Got a
very excited
pally.
about their paladin for the
Yeah.
final.
Yeah, they've
couple.
got a paladin and a druid that they have not unbenched yet.
See, I didn't know about the druid at all. I thought it was like 5 of them. If they have a druid, they're fine then.
Yeah, totally get. I mean, a tank without a taunt, without a heavy physical damage soaker is always a scary thing.
Yeah, going in under geared with all the threat drops and 60 dungeons, I was very worried for them. But if there's a druid, they're fine.
Oh
yeah, I'm
Lord.
excited.
It's gonna be interesting. I would love to see 5 teams for the final, but I'm starting to come around on the idea that there might not be that many teams alive. So great work today, Calamity. You guys absolutely killed it. Shout outs to your whole team. We all love
Really fun.
Kekseg punches.
Amazing job.
Big Omp, big Calamity, little Parla action coming in and out. You love to see it. Peter's End. Shouts to the boys.
Yeah, that's awesome. GG's guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for putting it together. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are still pumping.
in.
I know that it's burning out. You know, it's you can burn out pretty quick over 2 months of fishing. So
For sure.
Hey,
try
this was
to
the last
keep everyone
fishing- this
together.
was the last fishing circuit, though.
Yeah, true. Where's Kyle's pulling Arcadus? Oh, all right, cool.
Thanks, Calamity.
Yeah,
Appreciate you. Bye. Now we got to try and find someone from No CC that wants to come in and talk, but I don't know if I'm getting.
Lesmo said he'll come in.
Okay, get Lesmos in here because I'm getting dono walled by Kargs right
I want
now.
to see Les's.
I don't know if they want to.
I want to see Les's POV because I saw he was running out. He almost made it. I don't see how close he got.
Yeah. If Les can just jump in too, he's a caster. Again, guys, chat. Thank you so much for being here for these events. It's all out of love for the community. All the casters are here, just enjoying hardcore WoW and enjoying the community as well. So we appreciate you guys.
Looks like and subscribe.
Can we get a clap in the chat for yourselves, just for you guys, just for chat? Just copy and paste the clap.
A self-indulgent clap?
Yeah, clap. Give yourself a round of applause, chat.
A round of applause.
I threw in the furry joke. Let it happen. Clap for me. Yes.
What's up, gamers?
Lesmos from No CC. Welcome.
Yep.
Welcome.
Lead the charge, Les.
Cargo's in here too.
Oh, and Cargo? Oh no. All right, give us the rundown, boys. I want to hear all of it.
I want to start with this. Kind of feels like you ever seen like a UFC card where the guy gets knocked out like completely cold, and then Joe Rogan's in his face like 10 seconds later, like, "Hey, how you feeling?" And like they're just not even alive yet. That's how this feels right now. But I'm down to give it a shot to review what just happened. That was a lot, man. That was a lot going on there. What do you guys want to know about specifically? I don't even want to just start ranting about it until you guys give me some direction.
I mean, where it all went wrong, I think, is a good place to start.
Yeah, I mean, everything was good until it wasn't, right? We were actually just reviewing. Like, we were playing great until we weren't playing great. We had a 2-pull, like, right before the boss. So I was full mana, just single targeting, and Dusty was just drinking. And they just absolutely clapped, like, way harder than we thought they would. Cargo's got, like, 80-0 and, like, 3 globals. You know, you go back and you're like, oh, you could have done this, could have done that, but people weren't even like on guard, ready to pop their cooldowns and stuff. I mean, Cargos can maybe talk a little bit more about it, but there's so many things left on the table in that. But
can you hear me okay, or is it I'm mobile right now?
Yeah, we can hear you fine. Dustbone needs to be pulled up as well. Looks like we got all of No CC in the call all
the
at
whole
once.
team's here.
So
I
I'm not
asked earlier. I asked
uh,
earlier. No one wanted to join, but now we all want to be here.
I'm not
Got
seeing
the
Dusty.
winky DM.
Dusty
I put him
in
to.
the...
I told him to jump in the waiting room. He'll
Oh,
stay
there we
as-
go. There we go.
Yeah,
All right,
so
Dustin's
I mean,
in here.
basically the thing is when you're speedrunning these dungeons, you're using every cooldown offensively instead of defensively, right? So if I look at through my cooldowns, like I had Dummy on cooldown, I had Sapper on cooldown, I had Feign on
Feign,
cooldown
nice.
to just try to
Cooldown, yeah.
tempo out more damage because you can reset your threat. Potion is on cooldown as well because you're literally just completely pedal to the metal trying to push as much damage as possible. But you get into a situation that when you are in danger, you don't really have reactive cooldowns to get out of it. So a couple things went wrong. Like I overlapped target dummy with Bobka like the pull or two before. So if I didn't do that, I might have had another route. But I know Tactics isn't used to tanking. He was really hoping Graves would do some tanking, so he doesn't really have the ebb and flow really because he's never really played Warrior that much of taunting and using AoE taunt and stuff like that. So there was that, and then I think Dusty was drinking, but it was just a second too late.
I could have just used the lowest rank fucking lesser healing wave just to try to stabilize, but you just died so fast I didn't have the time to react.
You got the biggest crit of your life right there too. And they were
yeah,
okay,
he got hit so hard, so fast.
On the melee weave, right? When
the multi shot in, you were like boom, and then you went in, and then they were on you, and there was no pulling them off.
It was the multi shot crit, and then I went in for the melee weave.
The Raptor Strike crit too. The Raptor Strike crit for 600.
Yeah, the Raptor crit for 600. But the thing is, Tactics wasn't taunting. He was trying to just rip with pure threat. So if we had an AoE taunt or just a regular taunt, or maybe an earlier Nova, or if I didn't overlap target dummy, a lot of things we could have done. But we were happy with the circuit overall leading up to that point. I mean, we thought because we weren't one pulling Cath, right? We thought we would be in absolute shambles comparatively to the other teams. But if you look at it, we weren't too far behind, just pulling it in chunks. So we were pretty happy with the circuit up until that point. And then
yeah, you guys were pumping. You guys were absolutely flying. You were neck and neck with CNX Circus. You guys were literally less than a minute apart.
Yeah. I think we would have won circuit time too if we didn't. This time, last circuit, we tried to min max circuit time, and we won circuit time, but we realized it doesn't matter much to win circuit time. So this time we farmed a little bit more. We were able to ding. We went and trained skills and stuff like that, but we were still almost leading circuit time. I think ultimately what killed us though is we were fighting two trogs. They're lower level mobs. They're 44 and they're 43. It's just two mobs, and you're not really expecting two mobs to be such a threat when you have
no, right here I should be healing you, but I didn't see the fucking the writing. I didn't expect you to just go from, because you were doing what you've always done, So I was like, I'll be fine, it's okay. And then I see here I should be healing you, but it started maybe a half a second too late.
I mean, this would have been a pretty funny death clip if it wasn't ours.
Oh goodness!
So
it's destroyed, man.
The only thing that was kind of tilting me a little bit is people were saying you shouldn't multi-shot on the pull. You shouldn't.
No, you were fine. You did everything the way you're supposed to. Here, I should be healing you, but I'm not. I start a tenth of a second or maybe a half a second too late, and by then you're just dead in my lesser healing wave cast.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I feel like as our group comp, I should have respect into nature's swiftness and not had improving weapon totems. The extra weapon totems, I don't think mattered as much as having NS.
So a few pulls later, though, it went south for the rest of the team. Les, what happened? Can you explain to us what happened later?
I got this one. So in the Ancient Keeper room, you have to pull it very specifically. I probably should have said that beforehand. I remember seeing death clips back in Road to Rag of people dying to Ancient Keeper room pretty regularly. If you take an extra step and there's a mob padding towards the back, you will pull the entire room. And that's what we did basically. And we were actually fine-ish until there was one of the little non-elites just ran in the back line, and we were I was too busy kiting to actually kill it, and it just kept spam silencing me and Dustbone. So me and Dustbone couldn't cast anything. And the damage just kind of ramped up. But it's very important going to that Ancient Keeper room to make sure that you're not, unless you're ready for it, to be pulling the whole thing. We didn't. The thing about our group is our pulls really aren't super pre-planned. So we just kind of get what we get and react, and that's kind of why our comms are a little bit more scattered, because we're processing the fact that we have 8 mobs, right? And we're processing that in real time. So, but that's the way we chose to prep, right? We just chose to put more time into character prep and less time into dungeon strategy prep. We knew that going into it. We were Zug, good old honest melee cleavers, with a mage for the end. I don't know what it says that the one circuit I was actually fully in for is the one we wiped on. Don't know what that means. Gotta do some reflection. Gotta do some reflection on that later, maybe. But
So
I thought
what's the
overall we did
plan?
okay.
What is the future of NoCC? Are you guys going to think about going again, or is it just kind of GG?
100% over, bro.
Yeah,
100% over.
I don't want to speak for the team, but I think we're gonna probably do some team
Graves went
building
down
activities
yesterday.
in the off season. We'll do some powwows, send everybody home, see the family early.
Look.
know.
If nothing else, it just means that we get to have them here on the casting desk in future circuits.
I'm sure
Bro.
Only's happy that 30% of his staff doesn't have to play 8 hours of WoW a day anymore. So
I'm just happy you guys get to help with the VOD review now.
True. There you go. Yeah, man, that's a rough. Well, hey, great showing today, guys. I'm sure we won't be seeing you for the next circuit, but maybe we'll be hearing you on the next circuit, and you'll be hanging out and doing the good stuff. You hate to see it though. I'm not gonna lie.
That Light of a Loon one pull and cath was the best use I've ever seen of Light of a Loon in all of hardcore.
Vidir enjoyers, bro. Vidir enjoyers are insane.
So my big question, I'm kind of wondering if once they hit 60 and they're done with the world tour, if they will all just chug the Vidir elixir together.
I hope they do. I really do.
It'd be a fun way to go out.
Yeah, go to the
I
starter
want to
zone,
add one
get
more
their
thing.
elixirs.
Okay, sorry, Willie, go ahead.
Yeah, just go to the starter zone, get the elixirs, and just end it all there.
Yep. No,
right before killing Baron Rivendare. Just right before.
Yeah, it would be an amazing end to a wonderful saga if that's how they choose to go out. But it's been an incredible time. We're watching right here. We're watching Nom Nom. They've been 4-manning all day, getting their points in. It's insane. If we go to the leaderboard, I don't know if I have the leaderboard up anymore.
I don't want to look at it.
No, this is crazy, Les. This is wild, right? Because look at this. So here's our website. Here's the leaderboard. Okay. CNX Circus, first place, right? Vidir, close on the tail. And after today, it's going to be even closer, right? Once we get the points tallied. No CC, off the list, right?
Off the list.
Super Lethal Outstanding Warriors had a 15-minute late start today. They are doing amazing. They're already done with their dungeons. So they're probably going to get pushed up into third. Snakes is out of the running. Snakes went down today. Our wild card went down today, right? Where's Kyle just finished their runs? Bonkai Boys are gone. Like and subscribe finished their runs today. That's Alenia's team.
Thug Life is going strong.
Yeah, it's super interesting. This is going to change a lot before the next circuit.
If I could make one plea to every team still in this event, for the love of all that is gracious, please live.
Yes.
Live. I don't care what you have to do. I don't care if you kill turtles from now until the next circuit. Just live. And in that circuit, live. And after that circuit, please live.
Yep.
That's all I have.
The circuit's over.
Just live.
Whatever you
We
want.
need teams at the end.
Yeah, Pigsy said, "Don't worry. After Circuit 3, we banned dying. You love to see it. There you go.
That's easy. Yeah,
that's the play.
easy.
Yep. No dying. You get banned.
Why didn't I think of that?
If you die in game, you actually just get banned. We ban you from the hardcore community Discord. We ban you from everyone's Twitch chats.
Blizzard perma bans your account.
Yeah, Blizzard
your
just
IFP
IP bans you.
perma bans you from the internet.
Yep.
Actually.
Yeah, no dying.
Create a weak
Yep, no
aura.
dying
Give
line.
everyone unlimited Petri flasks, and whenever you hit 1 health, it instantly uses it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You literally can't die.
I do want to add, we've got Zidane and Gordon Ramsay from Team Slow down to
bring
come
'em
in
in.
for a final team interview.
I'll see
Yeah,
But
bring
I
'em
wanted
in.
to say another big thank you to our boys at NoCC. Well fought today. It was a tragic ending to your guys' run. But it was really fun getting
Thanks,
to watch
guys.
you guys.
I hate
Tough
to
for the
see it,
brand.
dude.
It's tough for the brand. We'll get with the marketing team and we'll come back strong.
Yeah, all right.
See you guys.
Yo, what's up,
See
a
you
grand?
guys.
Shout outs to a grand in chat, by the way, being a Giga Chad.
Yeah, GG, well played to everybody in the
Yeah.
circuit. Great job, everybody. See you later.
Yeah, appreciate you
Absolutely.
guys.
You.
Oh, and it looks like I need to
A
make
Grant
sure
says he
Zidane
personally pushes the button.
Yeah.
can speak.
Yeah, but Gren just confirmed you will get permaban from your Battle.net account.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
GG's.
It's good to get that confirmation. Thank you, Gren, for letting us know.
Yeah.
And Gordon
That's
Ramsay,
not true.
Dan
Yeah, it's
from
not true.
Team Slow.
It's not true. We're memeing.
Cat's out of the bag.
It's a joke, Chad. It's a joke. It's not true. Yo, yeah, we have Zidane and Gordon Ramsay. How's it going, guys?
Good. Despite a little bit of a hiccup at the start there, it looks like you guys had a great performance. And with some outside factors, and verification needed to happen, you might even be taking over the third place position here in the overall rankings.
Yeah.
What happened at the beginning there?
Also, before we say anything, I'm totally okay with whatever penalty happens to us. I don't know how. Good luck, mods. Basically, only deciding what happens to us. But
well, my big question: were you just farming manual crowd pummelers on your 60?
I mean, I wish, but no, I got on at like 11:20, so like 40 minutes before go time, and I did 3. So we did. I don't know if any other team did this skip because I wasn't watching the stream, but in RFD we went right to the undeads first, and if you get to the bridge and jump down, the first like 20 mobs evade, and then you just jump down on the glutton and kill them there while a third of the instances aggro to you. So I was practicing that routing on a 60, going out and just resetting. I reset 3 times, and then at like 11:50, I went in and did it again, and I guess I reset 2 times, but I never got locked on that character. So then we're running in as a team, and I'm like, guys, I'm instance locked. And we sat there. I kept for the next 18 minutes. I kept trying to go in and out, and I don't have an add-on that tells me my timer. So I think I torched like 7 winter squid and like 4 dragon breath chili, just keeping it up ready in case one time I would actually zone in. We lost all of our blood shard buffs waiting
for about 15 minutes. 4 of us were sitting there waiting, and like, okay, Gordon's gonna try. Gordon tried. Okay, all right, we'll try again in 2 minutes.
It was, and we had to have bubbles like pre-popped on us before we went in because we were gonna immediately do like a pet pull skip thing, and so everyone had to be alert for like 15 minutes while I'm just wiggling in and out of the portal trying to zone in.
Yeah, I hate to see it, dude.
I've met a lot of good players, but I've never met somebody who could outplay the too many instances per hour.
Yeah, good old Gordon. This is why you vet your teammates very carefully before the next.
Well, fortunately, right, the fact that you guys had fast clears, regardless of your total time, should really put you way ahead of where you may think you're at now.
That was a thing I had to remind the team. One, I'm just trying to make them less mad at me the entire day. But as we're heading to Uldaman, because we did RFD and then both SMs and Uldaman, I was like, you guys, we waited 18 minutes to even start the circuit, and we're already past a lot of teams, and 2 teams are already dead.
Exactly.
Like, all we have to do is just survive and go next.
Yeah, and the cool thing, Gordon, for your team and Zidane is everyone else is dying. So if you just live through the next circuit, you'll probably be in the top 3 teams.
I think we're number 1 horde team now, right?
Yeah, oh for sure. You're in top 3 overall after this. I'm pretty sure.
I think we would have done the Cath 1 poll if we had Light of Balloon.
He's literally like.
Yeah,
we didn't have a mage the circuit.
I think I could have sold the group on it. I could have sold the group. Need it.
Is this a look into the team comms decision making? Where Zidane's just like, we're just gonna do it, guys. We're just gonna.
Listen. I'm gonna lay some math on you guys, okay?
Oh no.
Okay, Sapper 700 damage, bomb dispenser that's like 350, and then you can mortar.
Dude, that's a high roll Sapper. Sapper can do 450.
That's a midpoint. So
no,
on
it's not.
average,
Sapper's cap is 7.
You still have 8 seconds to volley and do whatever you want after that. It's plenty.
You have that is 1400 damage from one person on an AoE. I don't think it's that scary.
And then your sappers can crit. You get 1 shot.
You have light. I wouldn't do it without light.
Do you guys want to watch a Cath poll gone wrong?
I would love to, because I didn't get to
This is a.
I
this
wanted
is
to watch
a-
the stream, but
I
I
mean,
was.
Gordon, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's probably good that you weren't also watching every other team while you're actually in a circuit.
Yeah, that's also a
But
good
yeah,
strat
we're happy
too.
to show you now.
Yeah, this is
tragic.
Were they trying to one pull this?
This
or
was
is
the
this-
very first death of
Yeah,
the circuit.
this is the first death of the circuit. They tried to one
Oh
pull it.
my god!
Oh my gosh.
Did they pre-clear to the door though?
No one else kill rogged.
Yeah,
they're the
that-
only team with a warlock.
Yeah, so
I wouldn't do this without a frost trap.
Or improve Blizzard, I guess.
And with a pally tank, it looks like.
I think the first thing that has to go off is a mortar.
So why wouldn't you blizzard there? Why are you
I don't
spamming
know,
arcane
man.
explosion?
Yeah, I don't want, and there's no slow, right? That's
Yeah,
the thing.
and when your mage is the first to go down, you're really screwed.
It's actually pretty clean though. Like if
They-
that mage lived 5 more seconds,
They pulled it out. They ended up finishing the pull with no more deaths.
Yeah,
but
it was a
took
scuffed.
like another 5 minutes for them to finish it.
It was a scuffed ice block.
You can show ours. Ours is, I think, how you do it without like a mage.
You say that, and then you're gonna make him go through your whole VOD, bro.
I mean, you can watch
you gotta
yours.
timestamp it yourself if you want to get.
Yeah, come on, Zidane, don't be lazy.
All right, okay, all right.
He said, "Okay, all right, okay."
Fair.
We actually surprised ourselves because we're
The lane is
running
done.
melee cleave this circuit, and we decided to pull the innards of the cathedral, like a
Mhm.
14 puller or something with sappers, and we are just like, oh, everything kind of got one shot.
For your comp specifically, what was the hardest pull or the pull that you were most worried about of the day?
Literally where Nomstar is right now on stream, we accidentally the flamehammer boss, whatever the dwarf guy.
Yeah, fire.
We were gonna
Yeah,
pet
Galgan
pull him.
Firehammer.
Yeah, we were gonna pet pull him, so it'd be like a 3 pull at most. We pulled the whole room, so it was like 7 mobs, and then a runner ran and got 3 of the enraged trogs. So we had like 12 mobs on us.
Rowdy, and he hits really hard.
Oh, our priest was it was bad.
I'll clip it. Yeah, basically what happened, for those that don't know, like, so the boss is on the left and groups are on the right, and so the pet goes around the corner. I tested this probably 20 times, and I tested it with an appropriate level pet. Like, I found a pet that had dive and was the same level as my circuit pet on my level 60, and I did that pull 20 times, and the pet every single time just got the group. And when we did it in the circuit, the pet ran around the corner and then turned to run towards me. First hit, daze. He goes around the turn slower now, and the whole room aggroed. You know, we specifically held sappers and mortars, like, in case this happened. So it wasn't like nightmare scenario, but it was really bad. And the runner getting the brawlers, which, I mean, I think we've all seen what the brawlers can do.
Yeah, they chunk.
Yeah, shout outs to Calyx for going full prot. I don't know if he was the only warrior that did that, because other warriors are using Whirlwind Axe still. He was sword and board the entire dungeon.
I didn't even see. I didn't
cool.
check what was Parlo running. He was running a 2-hander, right?
Yeah, I think Parlo was Fury Arms, actually.
So Dax is in chat and said this is what got us, but our contingency failed. So like their main plan and the contingency plan backfired. Yo, Kexek said good job with the trash percent for this circuit. Yo, shout outs to Only Black Smoke and Sarth for doing our trash requirements. You love to see it.
It actually was awesome.
It was very fun sitting around in all the dungeons for like 5 hours with Sarth, just imagining how we could torture all of these teams. So thank you. I'm glad you like them.
The only thing that was troll was the stone warders, where you said you could kill 2, and you physically have to kill like 10 to get to the final boss.
You physically don't, because there are some weird ways where you can be kiting all of those mobs along the little ledges on either side of the ramp.
While killing the final boss or something?
No. You get those guys kiting on there, and then you're able to do a feign death.
Oh, okay.
Utilize any means necessary to get past those mob camps. You know, whether it's
Did anyone do that?
So depotion in Invispot. No, nobody did it.
I was
Sarth
gonna
and
say,
I were
that's
really
so
hoping that
sketchy,
some
bro.
team would try a big brain play and try and skip that final hallway.
So
and
you
nobody
you
did.
purposely kept it low to see if someone would maybe craft a strategy, or I like that.
Yeah, well, we just figured, like, there were like 3, 4, 5 different ways that you could theoretically skip all of these mobs in this final hallway. So we're like, yeah, like, might as well see if anybody does it.
All right,
So-
we're moving forward. We're never Zidane. If there's a low level requirement, we're not falling for the bait.
Yo, shout outs to Ompy for the raid coming in. Great performance today, Ompy.
2302. T and 2302 coming through.
Can somebody explain that meme to me?
It
No.
was last. No, okay, never mind.
No, you can explain
Torn
it. If you
aside- I'm
want.
torn
Yeah,
aside
you
with
can
Peter
explain
Wiki.
it. You can explain it.
In last weekend's Wailing Caverns, there was no team that actually finished the dungeon. Every team wiped. But Ompy's team got to Verdun and got him down to 2302 health, something like 44% or something before they wiped. But then and they're like, yeah, we're gonna win. And then Zarant's team was like, okay, we're about to level, like, well, let's go kill Mutanus, the final boss, and then come back to Verdun after, since if we just kill both bosses, we win. Or if we like kill this extra boss and then do 1% on Verdun, we win. So they killed Mutanus, but then killing Mutanus despawns Verdun. So they couldn't even try on Verdun. So yeah, it was a more stop the vote kind of thing.
Typical.
I did not know about that. That is unlucky.
All right, I put our Cath Big poll in the chat.
Cath Big poll.
I think
he says big. It's like 12 knobs.
It was like
You guys are just the best teammates ever, aren't you? Did you post it in the memes channel?
I
posted
it.
You put it in your Twitch chat.
I know. I know. That was me calling it me. Anyway,
I'm not gonna lie. This was really clean, but this is like as big as the poll that we.
This
were
is
comfortable
without the mage.
So I am curious,
mage. So you send in the bat.
after telling us how easy it seemed that ended up being for you guys, do you have any intentions on pushing the limits a little farther next time?
Hell, everyone else above us is gonna die, bro, and we're gonna snake
Okay,
the first
okay, all
ones. Okay?
I like
Slow
the
and
confidence.
steady.
yeah, trash requirements for Maradon is going to be a nightmare. Just so you know.
Yeah, especially I mean, it can't replicate this exactly, but Ashtamouth on Team Slow taught me how to finish a full quest run of Maradon in like 35-40 minutes.
Dude.
Just like the most efficient pathing through every single quest objective. And it's just the fastest I've ever gone through Mara. And I'm curious what the trash requirements on that route would actually be.
We should have done the whole cathedral, bro. We should have done the whole cathedral.
You
That was
guys
so
just
clean.
blast it. It just dies.
That was.
The thing, and the
we
thing,
should have done the whole
the thing
cathedral.
is too,
Yeah.
that if you guys haven't been paying it, if you guys don't know Cathedral, the abbots, the annoying healers, they're all in the center. So
Yeah.
we didn't just get a good amount of mobs. We got all of those crappy healers. The chaplains are still around, the ones that power word shield, but the healers are all dead.
Oh
That's
my
why
All
God.
of those
You should have done
pesky
way
healers.
more.
That's
That
what I
was
said.
easy.
That's
I
what
mean,
I said.
that's like a 3-second bit of combat.
That's correct.
Maybe
Yo,
4.5. at
Let's
most.
let's say, look at all the 15s flying on the screen. That's all me, baby. Okay.
Oh
Thorns.
my lord.
That's all me.
Thorns.
That should count to my DPS. Also, I battle resed Zidane's pet in Uldaman. We actually used the battle res in hardcore.
Wait, he rezzed his, he battle rezzed his pet?
Yep. Because
That's actually genius.
the
It auto
four
insta-reses.
yeah,
Yeah.
the 4 elites right before the final boss that do the explosion when they die. I just told them let his pet die and I'll battle.
Yeah,
res it.
today I learned, dude. I had no idea that was a thing.
A spell that you would never use in hardcore. There you are.
Yeah, big
Very
brain,
interesting.
Very
big brain
niche.
actually trained battle res.
So you're not going to need it later, right?
From this point forward, every single druid is going to have it on their bars, just ready to go.
Yeah,
I'm
for
just
a pet.
saying. I'm just saying.
Out in the open world, they see a fallen pet, just doop, there you go.
That's cool.
Let me try and find our spicy moment where we legit almost died where CC obviously lost.
I'm so impressed with Nom Nom. Like 4 players, Uldaman, they're not the best level for this, and they're still trucking. It's awesome.
I think. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want to take away from Sia and Vidaire and us, but some of the coolest moments in this are the 3 and 4 groups just somehow managing to pull out the W.
Not to mention I think the single best moment in any trailer so far that Farts has made for us is just calling Bagel's Pro Shop going into Nomer.
Totally.
Thank you, Winky, for that gem of a quote, by the way.
You know what I'm excited about, you guys?
What's that?
I get to pick up my leveling guide, and I'm already 4 levels higher than where I left off because I
Oh, there
grinded
you go.
3 levels.
Yeah, no Nagas for you.
Yep.
You're gonna
Chilling.
enjoy. You're gonna be
Two
enjoying
steps
getting to
after
the next
picking it up.
circuit.
2 steps after picking it up. Grind 3 levels of Nagas.
I
What was
hate
that?
that cave, dude. I hate it. Every time I get there, I'm like, this sucks.
Only, do we have the metrics on how many teams actually competed today?
I
Yeah, I think it was something like 9.
think we do.
9 and at least 2 full wiped.
Yeah, 2 full wiped.
We've got one team who Ironforge Drunk Tank who actually haven't started yet. One of
Chads.
their team members
Based.
lives in a country that is budgeting power.
Oh wow, what?
They're not able to
Oh,
start.
that's so
until 2
unfortunate.
hours later. Yeah. So very legitimate reason they will not be deducted points for starting late. But I've been actually regularly checking up to see if we can like raid into them or something.
Yeah,
I think
that'd
it would
be
really
awesome.
fun, to give them a little bit of a shout out at the end of all this. But yeah, so they haven't started. They're one team, but I think otherwise we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We're counting. We're parsing. We're parsing and counting at the same time.
14 teams, including the one who
Okay.
isn't. No, sorry,
Nice.
13. 13.
Okay, so Zug Life is the last to clear here, it looks like.
Who Snakes 5 out of 5 died, right?
Yep.
Did CC 5 out of 5 die, or did
Yep.
someone live?
All dead.
CC 5 out of 5 died.
Damn.
Well, they died split up. Cargos died, and then they were 4-manning and died. The other 4 got wrecked.
Yep. Gorilla Milk had 1 death and called it quits for the day. It looked like they did not end up finishing. I think they didn't want to go ahead
Favorite
with
characters,
a 4-man team. Yeah.
Just get 60, yeah.
If you do
Yeah.
that, you're just out of the thing, right?
You're out of this circuit, so you have to finish the circuit to get points for it. But there's nothing to stop them from coming back for the next circuit. So they opted. They could have gone ahead with 4 and tried to get some minimum points, but they said no. We want to play it safe. We want to preserve our characters. We'll take the complete L 0 points on the day, but we'll get out safe. Come back for circuit 4.
Just hope some other people die, I guess.
Yeah,
Do
seriously.
you,
Yeah,
do you
that's
guys mind
the
if
long game plan.
Are we gonna watch this entire Uldaman? Do you mind if we hang out?
Winky? I mean, I don't mind.
I've almost got the good moment clip.
Because this is the poll where I battle race the pet. I wonder if Cheesy's is gonna do it. No, he pulls the pet out. They're smart. But this blast hits for like 600. It chunks.
Of course, I don't mind, Gordon.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Did you just say he's smart for pulling the pet out? Are you saying something about me there, Gordon?
No.
Yeah,
He's saying that his druid didn't give him an excuse to be dumb. How about that?
Yeah, you were smart because you knew you could optimize your DPS with that battle res on deck.
Also, I mean, with Cheesy tanking, I don't know if they want him to go out of bear farm, just to pop a battle res on a pet.
Oh, we have scary Uldaman moment.
We're assuming they have to kite the final boss as 4, right?
Yeah. You have to cut it out. What is this? So the Euphane here. What's going on, Zidane?
This room killed someone.
So you can see the giant stack on the pet's body, like at the beginning of the clip, and once that happens, like we're in trouble. Like that's a lot of mobs and a boss.
I think I remember you guys doing this poll, and we were like, I don't think this was intentional.
It was
How did that trog pull? Oh my god.
Yeah, this room was scary in every single team that did it.
Yeah, it was not. We like I said, we knew it was a possibility, but ooh.
Yeah, Zidane almost dies here. Like twice. And then we had a runner go get more trogs. We got 2 more trogs at the end of this poll, I think.
Yikes. Yeah, you definitely don't want a boss sitting free casting or free swinging on your hunter.
I kept looking. I was like, I got 1. It's no big deal. And I was like, oh, it's the boss.
No, it's the boss.
And I saw it. I was like off to the side fighting, and then I'm like, there. Like, I was mentally preparing myself.
See right there. Yeah, I mean, you can already tell that the pet has so much on him in these days, and he's not getting out of there.
And I don't think we had any. Thank God we had dummy cooldowns, but I don't think we had any dynamite. Someone used the sapper, and Zidane did.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone else had bombs available.
Yikes. Well, I mean, that's a pretty good recovery on just putting up some big numbers from individual player play.
Yeah, we
had
like.
And how many times did you pull this boss off of your tank?
Dude, I did it 20 times with a level 43 pet, and it never did this, ever. I mean, that's what happens. That's what happens, right? I mean,
goes to show the dangers of a daze.
You got to call the audible sometimes, you know.
We held. I mean, we held bomb cooldowns and stuff like that very intentionally in the event that it happened.
Yep. I do want to say, very quickly, while Zuglife is drinking, we've got Manic over on Backdrops are back, about to pull Arcadis and finish up their run as well.
Oh, the Giga Ultra widescreen.
Giga Ultra widescreen gamers.
This is so big.
Oh my god, that is huge.
This is the widest of the widescreen monitors you've ever seen in your life.
I feel like my neck would hurt looking at my
yeah.
bar.
That's what I'm saying. He's laying down in a matrix, so that he's actually laying in bed, and the ceiling is his screen. And he lives in a very rectangular shaped bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Unless it goes on the walls, like maybe the middle here is the ceiling, and then the sides are the walls of your room.
So they're doing the pull up the ramp strat, which is the safer version.
Maybe, okay. But consider this: he rented out a commercial movie theater.
That's a good idea, but I think in my head, he's driving and he just has like a Cyclops visor and he's playing that.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's
so
safe.
you're gonna say he like has it on the Tesla screen or something.
Wait, VR WoW with foot pedals.
Ooh, in a treadmill.
You have to, you have to run to move.
In a moving vehicle, you not only have to play WoW perfectly, but also not crash the car.
It's an omnidirectional treadmill. One of them.
I like it. There you go. Yeah, perfect. I'm gonna finish this and go play some. What's that one shooter game, like Pavlov VR or something?
By the way, nice to meet you, Jordy and Willie. I don't think I've ever talked to you guys. Thanks for casting. Hopefully you guys had fun today.
Yeah,
it was a really good event. Yeah, it's especially in Uldaman. Like the first two dungeons, it was like who can get the big pulls, and then Uldaman people started struggling. It was particularly the second half of the dungeon was really dangerous. So
it's fun seeing
through it is an achievement.
It's fun seeing a little bit higher level now because people have access to a lot more tools too. So like skill expression is a lot higher, and it's been really fun.
Yeah, it seems like Manic's a little bit under leveled here. We've got Arcadis is actually red to him. Is he supposed to be red? He was orange to the other mobs, right?
The other teams are 44 by this point, so if he's not, then something happened.
What was the craziest thing you guys saw today? Like what blew your mind that
I think
pushed the limits?
the Cath 1 pulls from both CNX Circus and Vidir was my number one thing.
Has that even been done on a softcore situation? I know people do pull it, but one pulling it?
I mean, if you're playing softcore, why would you use your light of balloon, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, so CNX Circus didn't even light of balloon. They just pally pulled it with Invispot.
Which puts them ahead for the future things, like trying to think about where they would use it in the future.
Honestly, I think that it could be like the most giga emp pull that we've ever been able to imagine.
Oh yikes,
dude! Oh my god, please don't!
Yikes.
Oh my god!
I'm just saying of things where you might need a light of balloon. That's top of my list.
Well, okay, so you pull him, the whole room comes to you. You do damn, and then you just kite along the ramps, jumping up and down over and over again.
Like, yeah, I mean, I can't
figure eight kind of up and down.
I can very easily imagine Ompi deciding to do that,
and he just solos the whole thing.
There are hunters that have soloed Emperor. I mean, nothing else in the room, but there are hunters that have soloed Emperor by doing the figure eight. So
sure,
like you can make it sure that the boss never gets into melee range of anybody.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, I really do think that the bop on target dummy technology really changes the game on how I think about these strats being able to work.
Yo, shoutouts to go ahead.
Candle as well. Sorry, just jumping on the candle as well. I didn't know that worked. So that plus the bop on the target dummy, it's like the amount of stuff you need to do when the whole team doesn't have a light of balloon.
The other thing is the bop target dummy is not 100%. It does take like half a second, and if your target dummy is like has enough on it, it can get gibbed before you get the thing off. I mean, it's still very fast especially if you're like a macro. But I did a lot of playing with it in Classic with Nags because I was for the last couple weeks I was playing my Paladin and doing it, and it's maybe I'm not perfect, but it's still scary to me.
The goal is you place it a few pixels outside of melee range so that things have to move, and then you get that extra a few milliseconds to pop it.
Add that to my list of things I didn't know.
It's a very underrated strat.
Yeah, we do it on Yogg Zero for Race to World First, and it was extremely important to give you the extra time to down him.
We're not heartless, so we bring a warrior.
Dude, I just saw their cath pole. That is so cool.
Yeah, it's really, really neat how,
That
they,
is
how they
so
pulled it off.
cool.
Yeah,
Wait, did she pop a dummy? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It
Yeah,
looks
they,
like
they bring in their 30, I think she was 36 or 39 or something, rogue, like very underleveled for the circuit, just for that dungeon, just so that she can put down that target dummy.
so. It looks like we're going to see Zug Life here finishing up their run. They're going to probably kite out of the room. I hope they do.
Mm-hmm.
This is always terrifying, by the way. If you're a clicker here, if the door closes before you get out, you're trapped in the room with the boss and you just die.
That has been the play for the four-man teams, yeah, and they're headed
Yeah.
off by the looks of it again, just so the ads have more time to get to them.
You can
Like,
also
yeah,
kite up
yeah.
and down the banister here, right? Like I've seen that strategy done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I wanted teams to try and skip this hallway, was to use these banisters.
Yeah.
Sadly, no.
What happened to the
Didn't
boss?
get the boss. Didn't channel long
Uh-oh.
enough. Nope. Door's still open, so...
Oh, he
there we go.
aggroed, but he didn't. Oh, interesting.
Oh, there he comes.
I've never
That's
seen
right.
that.
It's gonna
No,
be
me
a quick,
neither.
everybody, run back, run back. I mean,
I thought
this
you were-
is the point where you are very thankful to have Pack. 30% on all your team.
Yeah,
really
Pack
making
is
it easier to
huge
get back
here.
up here.
Yeah, because that boss is probably 115, so that they can outrun it very easily.
I can't get
Oh.
over that pole. That's so cool.
All in all, the circuit time today for 4 dungeons was pretty fast, especially from the faster teams. I mean, they cleared all 3 in what, like an hour? Hour
I mean,
10?
there
clearing
were some
both
armories
wings of
which were, like,
SM in
minutes.
under 5 minutes.
Like the armories, though. It's like 2 pulls at such a short dungeon.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I
absolutely.
mean, and it's like when you're playing at that level too, you have to consider cooldowns between dungeons. So we were having to, like, hey, if we use sappers at this point, we won't have sappers in the next dungeon until this point. And it's legitimate. As you go faster, you have to go more precisely.
Yeah, we saw that. We saw some teams, they get to a dungeon, they'd just be sitting outside for a few minutes because, like, okay, there's no point zoning in yet. We can't execute our strategy.
And I mean, it's obviously worth it for the circuit to sacrifice some circuit time for a good bit of dungeon time.
Yeah, this is an
So
interesting
it's
point
like
in the chat.
Arcadis.
Watchdogs asked, why was Arcadis level 46? And it's because we're watching the POV of Nam, who was drunk on Rumsey Rum. And when your character is drunk, it actually raises and lowers enemies' levels to make you think that you can fight things that you probably can't.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
Not gonna
Yeah.
lie. I knew that, but I forgot it when I was doing a red quest. So I was like fully consumed killing it. And I was like, oh, wait, these 48s are 46. I can kill them no problem.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is this not taking any damage?
Yeah, it's just one of those weird little like classic like little tidbits of classic WoW that makes the game so amazing, right? It's part of the classic WoW experience.
Yo, props to Zug Life. That's awesome. That
Yeah,
they were able to
awesome.
do it.
Great job.
Ooh, Rock Pounder.
What's the
Yeah,
loot, though?
Rock Pounder.
Big loot.
Ooh.
So looking ahead to the next circuit, what are you guys most excited about to see some of the competitors? What quests? Because I think the big one is getting a completing the Troll Elite City, the very top, killing the Vile Priestess. There's that 3 elite pull. I'm gonna try, right, or not trying.
Yeah, actually unlocking Gazrila, you mean, for your ZF runs?
Oh yeah, but I'm doing it for the neck. Because for hunters, you got Rune of the Garden Captain, which is obviously top tier, and then
That's
you have
a horde only thing, I think.
Oh yeah. But you get Horde have the bow and then the neck too. I guess the teams above us are all alliance, so it's a little different. But...
I'm just excited to watch Mardon. It's going to be one hell of a dungeon, man.
Have you done trash requirements yet?
No.
No.
So it's
if you want to give some input, I'm sure Sarth would love to have you on
Well,
board.
you come in on purple or orange, right?
Mhm.
But you can't do the trash past the first boss or before the first boss on either.
Yeah.
So the amount of skips that you can do to the first boss are going to be insane.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can like how much of that middle
Do you force
crossroads do
people
you
to do?
need? Because you can drop down the waterfall or you can not.
It's going to be
yeah,
interesting.
It's
And
really,
the
it's really
lasher
going to
packs can one-shot anyone.
Yeah, I mean, we have to think about pretty much every direction that players could be trying to travel between all of the wings.
And I mean,
to make sure that we're not, forcing any team to go out of their way.
RFD was a lot like that too. You can take the left path and you're killing mobs that don't count for anything, or you can take the right path and if you kill those mobs, you're going to be overcapping your undead like wholesale.
Yeah.
So
Although we did end up seeing, I don't know if you want to show it again, but our now late friends from NoCC actually decided to go left through those quill bores that weren't even required, but didn't kill them. They just said, "We'll press W, put down a couple dummies, and just jump down to evade."
And if I'm not mistaken, there are spots like that in Mara in that
Mhm.
beginning area that you could do that as well. So there's going to be a lot of tech on that up to the first crossroads. And from then on, it's pretty standard. But
I mean, the other big thing about Mara is we're playing on error. The dungeon, like the boosting nerfs aren't in the game, and there are a lot of mages out there who have experience of
Ooh.
pulling the entire dungeon. Now, that was at level 60 with Zanzas and stuff, but there'll be people out there who will have a really good understanding of how to do that. So I'm wondering if some of these teams with mages will have people who are going to go and learn some crazy one-pull strategy and just have their team sit behind and then AoE everything down.
Or their team could
They
even break
go
off
forward.
and
Yep.
kill the four-man the
Yep.
bosses while the
I
mage is
guarantee
AoE
you-
pulling
all of the
I'm
trash.
not,
all
I'm
of
not
the trash
trolling.
requirements.
Ompy's gonna do that. I swear to God, Circus is doing it. I feel
Yeah,
like he's been practicing for like a year.
Yeah.
Yo,
Because
Ombi's in chat said,
it's
I
so well known that
wonder.
people were doing 500 pulls back in a vanilla classic, which you probably do need Zanzas and being level 60 and stuff for that, and doing it on a hardcore character would be crazy, but I'm
Yeah.
sure people will be trying stuff because no one's going to beat the time if you get a mage with a good one pull.
he still has his Light of Elune, so might be a cheeky pull there.
Dude, he's a gnome though, and he's gonna miss the jump. Calling it now.
Yeah, you never know. There's gonna be wild strats. Another wild. There's gonna be some cool tech in Zul'Farrak as well next circuit. There's a lot of pathing that you can play with in ZF for sure. So it'll be interesting. I know.
The one pulls on the what is it, pyramid event? What do people call it?
Oh, the
executioner?
stairs, right?
Yeah.
I know paladins.
Ball in, ice block, pull everything together, blow it up. We have to
Paladins
see
at
some
that
of that,
level
surely.
can damn near one pull the entire dungeon too. But to just consecrate kiting. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting seeing what these teams do in Mara. But I think that's all the teams we were watching today, clearing the dungeons. So I think we're gonna. How do you guys feel about putting a bow on our tournament day?
I like bows.
Been a good day, good length. Some pretty fast dungeons, some good showings. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks for having me, man. This was a blast. I had so much fun.
Oh yeah, of course.
Do it again soon.
I'd love to have both you guys back, but we should probably do a final round of exciting shout outs for not only the sponsors, but our co-casters only. Do you want to do our sponsorship casting, our call outs?
Yeah, and maybe another giveaway too.
Ooh, you want to do another giveaway, chat? Late last minute giveaway? What do you want to give away?
What can't we give away? That's
Let's,
my question. I gotta scroll back up in chat.
Yeah, let me see here. Let's see what we got.
It was in our DM.
Let's do a Wrath of the Lich King heroic edition. How do you feel about that? Or do you want to do, or should we do a Dragonflight mount?
Let's do the. I don't know.
I don't like let's do the Wrath heroic. We did
Do
a Wrath
Wrath. I
epic.
feel like we're a bunch of classic enjoyers, you know.
Yeah, let's do a
and also
Wrath
Cheesy,
heroic.
thank you so much for the raid, my good
Yeah,
friend.
thanks,
Thank you. Great showing today, Cheesy. But yeah, thank you again to all of our wonderful sponsors, Blizzard Entertainment, HC Elite, and Rest XP. Also Labrador Studios coming in for future sponsorships as well. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors. You make this event possible in the first place. And yeah, we really look forward to getting to tune in again for our next dungeon draft. Next Saturday, I believe it's April 22nd. It'll be on Cargos' stream. We'll be doing a race to Dead Mines, which should be fun.
Yeah, we got the so exclamation point enter in the chat, you guys. If you'd like to enter for a chance to win the heroic edition of Wrath of the Lich King, maybe get yourself a nice little free video game for you.
If I win, I'm gonna say double it and give it to the next person.
Yeah, there you go. We could do that. But while everyone's entering up, do you guys have any last words for the stream? I guess we'll go in order. Willie, thank you so much for being here. Where can people find you? And do you have any shout outs or anything you'd like to do?
Pretty simple. YouTube channel, Willie. That's pretty much what I do. Aside from that, thanks for everyone in the background who's made this happen, for putting it all together. Whether we see you casting or whatever it may be, it's at the end of the day, it's a community-driven event that people who just want a reason to go back and play more Classic are doing. So it's fantastic that this has happened and that so many people are now really getting behind it. I think it's exceeded a lot of people's expectations and has proven more fun than people would have expected it to be. So yeah, I'm just really glad to all that. And yeah, thanks to everyone for tuning in today. I hope we had a good circuit and hope to see some good ones in the future too.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for being here, Willie. I really appreciate it, man. I know I kind of hit you up randomly out of the blue, kind of almost short notice in a way, but I like to give a lot more longer notice than that, but I appreciate it a lot. So big shout outs to Willie. Jordy? How you feeling, dude?
Hi, I'm Jordy.
Where can people find you?
I'm on Twitch and YouTube. Jordy is my name now. I do Wrath stuff. I've been doing a lot of hardcore lately. I'm 56.5 right now, so we'll see how that goes. And yeah, thank you guys so much for having me. I loved being here. I will absolutely be back if you'll have me. And please don't die, you guys, because we want to see that final circuit, and you need to be careful. So,
that too.
Yeah. And just really impressive play and from some really great people. So, thank you.
Absolutely. Only Black Smoke.
I mean, for starters, thank you, Jordy, for giving the plea to not die. Normally, I have to be the one to do that. Yeah, thank you both Jordy and Willie for joining us. I mean, I'm a bit starstruck, I'll admit, getting to have such WoW Classic legends join us, and just so many great players. But yeah, as always, thank you to everybody who's watching, to everyone who's playing. It's been an absolute dream getting to put all of this on for a community that, in my mind, is just top tier in the gaming world. And yeah, Winky, you're beautiful, and I'll pass it to you.
Oh wow, thank you.
You're welcome.
Before I do that, I'm gonna roll the winner of this giveaway. Boom! Cyber Knight. What? Okay, we know Cyber Knight. Yo, Cyber Knight, DM me on Discord. We will get you a heroic edition of Wrath of the Lich King sent right over to you. Yo, hell yeah, let's go, Cyber Knight. Cyber Knight, long-standing member of the hardcore community, gamer. So you love to see it. I'll end out by saying thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Winky. You guys can follow it right here on the channel. I don't have alerts turned on for these tournaments or the podcasts, but I appreciate all of the support that we saw today. Appreciate you guys. Major shout outs to the community for coming in and hanging out and watching these events. We wouldn't be doing this if it weren't for you guys being around and wanting to play the game and build an amazing future for hardcore together, right? So I appreciate you guys. Appreciate the follows. Appreciate all the support. And yeah, we will see you on next Saturday, a week from today. We'll see you for some what is it, Dead Mines this time, right? Dead Mines race.
Dead Mines on April 22nd, 9 a.m. Pacific.
Yep, I'll either be casting or playing.
Yep, on TV/CargosGaming.
Blizzard, I know you're listening. We need hardcore servers. I'm gonna wag my finger.
Please bring it to us.
Please do hardcore servers so that this event is simpler for everybody.
Oh, it would be so much simpler. All right, and on that note, great, not a better note to end it on. We are going to go ahead and go over to the ending screen. There's a list of upcoming events you guys can put on your calendar, and I'll figure out who we're going to send everyone off to. I appreciate you guys. We love you. Bye.